opening the gate. Oh, we got the high tech. We got some really high tech special effects going today. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Are you ready to lunch on Atlantis? How are you, buddy? Baz has been my like tech support here. We got Jack on the chat. I gotta figure out a way. I gotta just figure out the right position, and then I'll have to just place that right in the right part of the lens. How is everybody? This is so exciting. How is everybody?
Special effects, yes, Jack.
Brilliant.
Hello,
special
Xenos.
effects.
Hello, Pac-Mom.
Who we got? I gotta see. I'm not in the little chat thing yet. You know. Connecting to chat.
Event Horizon.
Tinjay, how are ya?
Love it.
Bertram, of course.
Bertram's waiting all day.
Melly,
Hello,
79. Legend Erons, Bertram. I'll let people come in. Here, so I think we're set up, aren't we? Did you leave your peanut butter sandwich from yesterday down here? Oh my God! Talk about replicators. It's got a life of its own.
Stealthy Druid, thank you instantly for that.
Oh wow, Stealthy Druid right away is on for the subscription. Woohoo! Happy Hedgies here. We got Nefruith. We've got Jenny Riff. Oh my gosh, we got lots of people. This is gonna be the best. Okay, and Jack Jasrup. First off, Jack, thank you so much. He's already doing the mod stuff, and I didn't.
Sorry.
I didn't even ask him. So.
Sorry, guys. It's because I forgot my stream was on there.
Yeah.
And.
happening?
I forgot my volume was on Twitch, so it would be coming through that.
Is the echo done now? We're good though.
Is it gone now?
Baz is on tech support for all the streaming, just so we know.
Support. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello,
Much better.
Jetflix.
Pac-Bomb's here, Karen, fantastic. I gotta go grab my coffee and then see where Jane is. I think Jane might join us a little later because she sounds like she's getting very close to making a movie.
Oh my God.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I can say. But it sounds like she's got a movie to make.
Gonna sit here with my
and I just heard about a really cool thing as well. This whole, it's like a sci-fi based documentary thing where we're talking about like history of sci-fi and stuff. So, and apparently I'm going to do that. So that can be fun too. So, anyways, what do we got? Tell Lady Jane hi. I shall Xenos, Jack Jasra. And this time I got my mod symbols on.
Thank you for the sub and red shirt.
Oh yeah, thank you. Ensign Red Shirt for the subscription. Yeah, so basically what we're doing here is Bradlett's going to point out who's subscribed and who's not. I'd really like to try to highlight our fabulous subscribers who have given money to make TechBandits happen and to give Baz pocket money, it seems. But mainly because we split we're splitting because it's both of our stream, we split that. But I take my money, I put it towards TechBandits. And then of course the Patreons. So either get on there and do a $5 thing, either on Patreon or a donation, or join us here for lots more of this madness. I just really, it's not that I'm being exclusionary, it's just that I really want to thank the people who have been helping out so much.
And for all the people that have been here for 9 months subs.
We've been 9 months, we've been online.
That's insane.
Yeah. This is like, we've been having a lot of fun on Twitch, I gotta say.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, Hype Train incoming. I don't even know.
This is gonna be awesome.
So the weird thing about Twitch is it's kind of like being like in Tokyo. There's so many things going on. So I'm gonna go grab my coffee. Biggest McKay fan here. So glad we're doing this today. Stealthy Link, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Spino Breaker.
What we got? Classic Rock Cad. Classic Rock Cad. I like that.
Spino Breaker sent me.
Who's Spino Breaker? What happened?
Some trivia.
Ooh. Wow. Can you show that?
I don't think so.
Why not? Is it because it's classified?
I don't know.
That's kind of cool. I think you could show that, can't you? Is that okay? Well, I guess we could check in with them.
Here, right here. It's all the...
Dinner beef. Meredith Rodney McKay is the best. I would have to agree with you. Hapshade. Hello from Southampton, UK. Spinnerbreaker says you could show the trivia. Yeah, and the images. There you go. Just not the concept art stuff at more than 1080p. Thank you, Spinnerbreaker. Very good. A man has fallen into a Lego City river. Thank you, Isaac. Oh my God.
Thank you, Isaac.
Isaac the Pug is back.
Isaac is back.
Jeff Lex, 1979. 1979. Oh man, I remember 79 was a good year. Deadly, still deadly. Thank you. Ugly Pig Beast.
Hello, Ugly Pig Beast.
Ugly Pig Beast will fit right in here with Iron Hams and Ugly Pig Beast.
Spino Breaker.
Oh, you're off to work. What?
Goodbye, Spino.
Any quick questions, Spino Breaker, before we go, or anything you want us to shout out before you go to work?
Questions
What do you got? What do you got?
Like 1 or 2 super quick things we can answer.
Hello, Seraphim, Fist Leader.
Let's get the Zed boys.
Let's get the Zed boys. Braille Cortex. I still have the duet daily thing. You and oh, do you really? Wow. Still got the thing that me and Paul signed, or Paul and I.
I dressed up as Rodney for Halloween like 2 years ago.
Did you really?
12 years ago.
What did you do? Like shave your hair back a little bit and stuff, or what?
It's a really good time for European time zones. Yeah. We were
oh, good. Yeah, that was the idea. Was we wanted to make sure that because a lot of people
have to go to bed now.
Yeah, they're like clusters of European community people.
Hello,
like wow, we're on level 2 hype train, whatever that means. Bloop Greg and Jefflex. That's the failsafe. Okay, I better go grab some coffee. I'll be back in 1 second, and we'll start. We might as well start streaming. I'm just gonna check in with Jane too. All right, Baz, you want to field the questions? Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. I'm back in 2 seconds, unless you want to run up and grab the coffee. Lazy little. Anyway.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at all the questions. A lot of people have to go to bed now. I feel attacked. Sorry, Karim. Coffee for me. Be right back. Kid in charge. It's been more than 2 seconds. Ugly Beast. Hey, Ruby. 6 p.m. here, eating my dinner. Perfect time then. Zeno says hello to Jack. Isaac the Pug with the sloth. Who is hyped for the gate? To see the gate ship? Don't know what that is, but I'm kind of excited to see it now. Just managed to get my DVD players working. Great job, Funball. Bertram. Did David give you a quick intro to what happened on SG-1 that leads into Atlantis Episode 1? Nope.
I've given him nothing. I've given him nothing.
Thank you so much for the sub. Really means a lot to
you.
Support our stream. 705 News. Buzz.
Momo
I'm sorry,
Anubis.
I'm not able to catch. Isaac says draw movement. Mono Rubis, thank you so much for the sub. Scoony, thank you so much for the sub.
It's a gate ship, Tedious Waffle. It's a gate ship. It's a gate. It's a ship that goes through the gate, for God's sake. All right. Jane has got a bunch of stuff to do relating to movies.
Missy New, thank you so much for the 2 months.
Oh my gosh.
It really means a lot that you've
Holy
been here
sub
for 2
craziness. So, how are people doing? Should we think about getting started, or should we give them like? Why don't we give it till 10 after?
Oh.
So that there's time for everyone to just get all
Thank you so much for the subs.
Oh my gosh, Endo, Kiernex, holy.
Been here for 2 months.
Hype! I don't know what the hype thing means. Who is new to Twitch here? Who has never been on Twitch and is here because of this? I'd be curious to know how they're finding it.
I want it. Yes.
Hello, babe.
Hello,
Ensign Redshirt, I almost guarantee you there are squirrels here. If I'm here, there are squirrels here. By the way, our backyard is freaking crawling with squirrels.
Isaac says totally.
Me! Okay, so Soph, be okay.
I want to be part of this train.
How did you find? So how are you finding it, Soph? Like what? Like this is. Like I find this world so crazy complicated. Were you okay getting on and stuff? Hello, Figon.
I just found your channel. I'm so ready for this. I've been a fan.
Humble Fi.
SG1, thank you for being you. You're welcome.
Thank you for being you.
I'm sure
There's no one else.
Pretty good as well.
I'm pretty good at being me too. It's true. Baz is pretty good at being me too.
Hello,
yesterday,
Brandon.
we did a stream yesterday, and I swear to God, it must have been what it was like for other people to work with McKay, because you were in such a bad mood. He was being so grumpy with me. Hello, Cowboy Bob K and Tin J. Pack Bomb. You're back with coffee in my TechBandits mug. Very good. What have I got going?
I'm a Twitch streamer myself, so kind of used to things on here. Thanks for streaming.
Oh, good.
You're welcome.
What kind of stuff do you stream,
I use
Ken?
Twitch, but haven't been on in about 8 months. I came back
for this. Oh, wow.
Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's funny. I'm amazed at how many people are actually on Facebook, because I never used to use Facebook, and then I realized that I guess most of the audience would have joined Facebook years ago with when Stargate first started. So
the Christmas icon on your channel. Oh, we forgot to do that.
We forgot to. Well, but you know what? But Jack, isn't Christmas every day? Really? Jack, my God, he's like the Grinch. He's gonna go change our logo. So
I'm changing it.
Oh, Baz is the Grinch. Okay, Baz can be Grinch. Ugly Beast. I've done streaming. I usually take like 2 viewers. Look, the reality is you got to stream for you, not for the other people to some extent. Or like, what was it? It's like you got to do it
thank
because
you for the 200 bits.
you've got to. Thank you. Yes. You've got to. I feel like you've got to do this because you just want to do it. I find it incredibly not therapeutic's the wrong word, but it's just kind of. It's like having a little convention every time you go online. It's just amazing. And plus, there's no virus exchange in the process. Whereas normally when I come out of every single time I come out of a convention, I'm always sick probably because of my hypochondria. But anyways, so yeah, I kind of love it. So what do we got there? We go, Tina SG, thank you for your subscription. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for this.
A level 5 hype train, whatever that means. I stream. I normally do it while working. But yeah, sorry, going back to the stream thing for a second. So the reality is they say always stream like you've got an audience, and stream whether you've got one or not. And the reality is, like, I do these little burn and learns. I mean, I don't even look at the numbers anymore because I'm like, I don't care. I do the burn and learns because it's my way of exercising. It's my way of enjoying winding down after my usually. Now I'm actually at 66 minutes of exercise now. So after that, I just do a little thing, and it's not. I mean, yes, it's for an audience, but at the same time, it's entirely for me. Unless you do it for yourself, you'll go crazy. You'll go nuts unless you're enjoying yourself with this stuff. If you're an online streamer, forget it, right, Baz? Like, there's no way.
What?
If you don't enjoy what you're doing online, forget it. Like, you're done. Fwendy, I like that. Fwendy, Captain Nim, Miss Lynx. Okay, no, Baz, how do I know who is subscribed so that I can answer their questions when we start going?
Look at this side banner. If you see one of,
A little Stargate icon?
Yeah, if you see one of those.
Okay, so if you've got a Stargate icon, that means they've subscribed, and it means I can answer their questions. Not that I'm being elitist here. I just want to make sure that I thank the people who are either like been a part of this community for a while, and also the people who are helping donate and make Tech Bandits happen. Because Tech Bandits, I think we're gonna need a bigger Tech Bandits because the school system is causing chaos right now. Obviously for the kids and the parents, but also for Tech Bandits. So I really feel like I got to set this place up as a makerspace.
And Jack, just so you know, if you want to see it now, I just changed it back.
Oh, did you? What did you change it to? What's the logo now?
It's the normal pig now.
A normal pig. Very good. All right. What are we going to do? Final level? Keep the hype going until the clock runs out? What, are we on a counter already? What do I have to... Which cable do I cut? Which cable do I cut?
Dad, we've actually already maxed out the level.
Oh, really?
Level 5 is max.
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
Thank you, Hemorrhoids, for the sub.
Thank you, Miss Lentz.
Thank you, Miss Lentz.
Yeah, look, it's not... I'm not being, like, crazy strict about it. I just want to make sure that I don't,
Oh, Dad, it's past time. It's past time.
Okay, yes, right, past time. All right. So here's what we're going to do. As Jack said earlier, in his concise auto kino-like way, we're gonna start playing it on here.
Nobody can see it.
You will not be able to see it. You will not be able to hear it because otherwise we get in trouble. But you can start watching the show as well with us. We'll tell you when to stop, when to start, and we're just gonna basically chomp through it. And Bratlett, I'm sure, will have things to say as well as myself. And that's it. Nightbot just says current episode. Oh, cool! You excellent. Oh, Jack, you're a freaking genius. Everyone should have a Jack Jasper. I'm just saying. If you need any kind of like the graphic design stuff done or help with Twitch and stuff, this is your guy.
Blueberg, thank you for the 100 bits.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for the 10 bits. Really
all right.
means a lot.
So I'm going to put on my headphones. I don't have my hearing aids on, by the way. That's why I'm probably shouting. But I can't wear headphones with them. It drives me crazy. Okay, I got my coffee. We've got chips. Really close to the microphone, hopefully. ASMR. Yeah, there's a little ASMR for you. Okay, so I'm going here. Bertram, thank you very much.
Bertram, thank you for the 2 months.
Okay, there's a stream manager there. I don't need that running as well. I don't need any of these running. In fact, I could probably just shut down Chrome on this, couldn't I? Okay, but let's shut down everything so there's nothing messing with what we're doing.
Virus, you got us live this time. Yeah, and also we're doing a Stargate viewing party. So.
Indeed, you have chosen the best time to join us. Okay, you know what's so funny is I haven't seen the pilot since it aired. Like that's how long it's been. Why does it say Vegas?
What?
Why is Vegas on? That's not the one I want to watch. What's up, guys? You missed it. Stealthy Druid gifted 5 subs. What?
Stealthy. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, we're Stealthy. I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to catch everything. It's going to be impossible. Okay, so Whoa! Nope. Stop. Don't. Okay. So I'm queuing it up now.
I can't hear it.
You can? You plugged in?
Maybe my volume's not up.
Okay, ready? I'll try. I'll do a test again. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Nope.
Nothing? I'm going to try a different... You're plugged in. Let's see. You're plugged in there, plugged in there, plugged in there. You're not muted. You're not... Your volume is on max. Huh. Okay, let's try a different one of these connectors then. Let's try that. Or maybe you have to be like half out or something. Sometimes they do that. Anything? You got it? That's it?
That's it.
Okay, we should mark that one as bad. Here, let me just...
Bad.
Little X beside that one.
Okay.
Always mark it, otherwise you keep making the same mistakes every time. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right.
Cool.
Sophie, be okay. I like it.
Thank you for the sub.
That is really fun to say. Sophie, be okay. And Monica, thank you very much. Okay, so we're about to start.
In 3,
Okay.
2,
1.
Go!
We are started. Okay, descriptive video. We've got a gate ship flying
Puddle
along
jumper.
a misty surface of water. Where on earth could we be? Oh, the effects still look pretty good, don't they? And there's Atlantis several million years ago. Oh, two people I've never met before.
We're not watching both parts. We're gonna stop 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna split it up. Oh, looks so sad. I'll tell you, the ancients were pretty. All right. Oh, there's a chair in the background. Oh, look at this. See, this is when we're playing Ark now, and I think that Ark doesn't it look like when we transport very similar to the ancient stuff? That woman was on SG-1.
Spider Breaker, when we take a break, we're gonna do one or two of your trivias.
Woo! And now, let me guess, we're in Antarctica, where my dad just was, by the way.
Really? Oh yeah.
All right, we're descending.
My legs are already tired.
Ready? Look for the orange suit. There's the orange sweater. Oh. Okay. A lovely Tori. Fantastic Tori. Tedious Waffle's getting feels already. Oh, Grodin.
It's you.
It is. Look how young I am. Wish you never had the gene. Test them again. I'm sure you'll find the gene that we need. My heroic efforts. Everyone hear that? My heroic efforts? She's afraid of it too. I love that look of disdain I give her. Like, you're afraid of it? It's not more advanced. It's a random characteristic. I want to be very clear. Beckett's not better than me. He just happens to have a gene thing. It's entirely random. That chair was a ridiculous... Hey! Jackson. Daniel Jackson.
Oh, thank you for the subs. Thank you for the 10 bits. Duran saying at work, but happy to be in the chat. We're happy you're in the chat.
Thank you, Match. Thank you, Match. Oh, here we go. They're going to explain how the gate... Here you go. Watch. Incomplete. Could use the addressing system for this.
What did they get a Stargate?
It's an 8-symbol address. Ha ha! Look at that.
Dad.
Dun, dun. What? All right. Should we pause for a second so we can answer some questions?
Do they have a Stargate yet?
No, they have a Stargate, but they've just discovered that you have an extra. There's an extra symbol. So where are we? Where did I put the Stargate? All right, here we go. Okay. So Stargate. Each one of these is symbols for addressing where you want to go. And they're saying they've only been using 7, and they found an 8. Did I get that right? Yeah. So, in other words, they can go somewhere completely different than they could before. I'm standing on your foot. So that's the basic premise. Is they've gone like, okay, SG-1's been happening. We've been going to all these different planets and stuff. But now we found one that could take us to Atlantis, which we discover is actually which is like the ancient base, like one of basically like a New York for the ancients who designed the Stargates and everything. All right.
Should we do a trivia question?
Yeah, let's do some questions.
Okay.
What do we got?
We've got one.
You got trivia questions?
Yeah.
All right.
The actress Ona Gruer, who portrays the ancient woman at the very beginning of the pilot episode, also starred in the episode Frozen in season 6 of Stargate SG-1. In that episode...
Here's a complicated question. Keep going. What do you got? Oh, what's the timestamp? Timestamp is 3 minutes and 35 seconds. It's going to be the longest 45 minutes I've ever done.
Is that a trivia question?
Aha!
Oh, these aren't trivia questions. These are facts.
These are key points. That's fun.
These are trivia.
So the interesting point that... Is it Spinner Breaker who brought this up? Is it Spinner Breaker? Yeah. So Spinner Breaker raises a really interesting point. When they first started casting Stargate Atlantis, they were looking for an African-American scientist and the character's name was Ingram. So they did a bunch of casting, but then they started messing with with their casting choices, and there's always this ridiculously old-fashioned, awkward, horrible Hollywood way of doing things, where they go like, okay, we've got to cast so that we got,
Somebody asked a question. Episode what?
Hang on. So, the point being is they need to address all their various demographics, and they'll literally talk about going black with a character or going Asian with a character, so I guess it's a double-edged sword. There's a part of it that is definitely sort of like trying to I think in a very good way is trying to get some diversity into casting and stuff. The advantage of something like Stargate was that the whole idea was that this was an international mission, so they could have people from all over the world. It's a great example to get people together. But traditionally, traditionally science fiction and television in general has been very white. So there's definitely a push, and there was a push with Stargate to try to diversify this. All of our aliens shouldn't be African American or all of our scientists shouldn't be Asian, all of this sort of classic stereotype thing. So anyway, so what was happening with this was they were originally going to cast an African-American scientist, but then they found Lieutenant Ford. They found Rainbow Sunfranks, and they so wanted him to play the Ford character, who's sort of the military guy. He just did such a good job. They loved him. They cast him. And so they felt that they could sort of open it up a bit, and then I guess somebody, I think it was Rob Cooper, suggested that perhaps McKay should come back. So I don't know why of everybody he chose, that was it. So that's basically, but what was very funny was when I actually auditioned for this, but I auditioned for it as Ingram. And I auditioned for it as Ingram, who was just not the same character at all.
Isaac the Pug, it's 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yes, 3 minutes and 35. We're 3 minutes and 35 minutes in. Yes, go. What do you got?
Pac-Mom asks...
Yes, Pac-Mom, what do you got?
Did you actually get to shoot on the glacier?
No.
She asked. Did you actually get to film on the glacier, or was it just the opening scene for Joe and Richard?
It was Joe and RDA were the only ones who went out there, and I was so jealous. But keep in mind that the casting thing was going on while they were shooting. So they seriously had no idea who was playing Ingram until like probably a week or so into shooting. So I showed up quite late. I think they'd already shot this stuff. And I'll tell you, there's a little section of the show with Joe Flanagan where I saw Joe do a little thing, and I was like, I love that guy. And he just did this little tiny character thing that I was like, oh my God, this guy's going to be fantastic. So we'll get to that. Should we start again? Or should we do any more questions? Love the drone scene. Ready? Sorry, so we're at 3 minutes and 35 seconds. 3, 2, 1,
go.
Boom! And this is before they had all the cool titles, right? So they hadn't filmed it yet, so they had nothing to shoot for the titles.
Oh.
Man, it would have been fun. And David Hewlett as Dr. Rodney McKay.
Yeah.
That is my favorite title. If I'm ever in a movie and I can ever get that title, I just love, I mean, specifically the McKay one, but the idea of having, and David Hewlett as, it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. Look at that helicopter. This would all be drone now, wouldn't it?
So much, Treasures, for subbing with Twitch Prime.
Yes, thank you.
You only getting that once a month is really nice that you gave that to us.
They both just look so good in those glasses. I look like a Muppet when I wear those glasses. And the music by Joel Goldsmith, too. The music is just spectacular. There we go. So trying to persuade Beckett to get on this chair, which, as someone pointed out, they said, is it comfortable? No, it's the most miserably uncomfortable chair. Just try to imagine that, Beckett. All right. I just can't get over all that gorgeous hair that I had. Uh-oh. It might be lunch. Yeah. I'm calling him already. No lumbar support. Very good point. Almost look stupid. Yeah, Robert Patrick's fantastic. He seems a bit crazy, but oh, he's got it. Oh, look out. Huh?
What the?
What did I do?
What the hell?
Oh boy. Way to go, Beckett. Oh boy, he's going to out-drone the drone. Here we go. Excitement begins on Stargate Atlantis. Oh, it's targeting the helicopter. I'm sorry, but I don't think a helicopter could outmaneuver a drone. I'm just saying.
Dad,
Yeah.
plot armor.
What?
Plot armor.
I'm just like, just do something. McKay's so helpful when it comes to, like, you know, that bedside manner. Just do something. Oh boy, damn drones. Come on, Beckett. Everyone looks very concerned. Oh, what are they doing? They're gonna... Ready? Pull up. Oh! Did it hit? I didn't even know. Did it actually hit?
Nope.
Nope. What the hell was that? Here we go. Oh, they get to blow up the helicopter. I forgot about this.
We haven't got to that.
Oh,
It's a squid.
how cool is that, though? Oh, I'd love that prop. Wouldn't that be a fun prop to have, like... Ooh, I bet you could 3D print that. He did it! Beckett's a hero.
It's a tiny squid. I love it. I love it.
I love the way that Joe does the full-on dive. Did he do a lot of diving after that? I feel like after he dived once, he wasn't going to dive again. This is where you check the continuity, where you go like, okay, how snowy is he between shots? It would be an awesome prop, wouldn't it? Here we go. Lieutenant Ford. It's so funny because I think to start off with, they were like they were sort of almost fighting Rainbow the way Rainbow is. Like Rainbow is not very formal, obviously, in any way, but he's, the idea that he was enthusiastic about all of the sort of weaponry technology. That begins to come out, I think, as he gets further in. So
is that Joe?
That's Flanagan right there, and that's MacGyver. I mean RDA, and that was.
I remember him. He was really nice.
Oh, he's a lovely guy. We went to his house and hung out with his kids, right?
What?
Remember that in California? And Michael Shanks, who I've been trying to work with ever since. Things keep coming up, and it just never works out. Oh, this is a fun little piece here. What? Flying City. He's not RDA's. Who am I, MacGyver? Thank you, Braille Cortex. Why did they leave? A plague like Novid-19 or COVID-19. Yeah. Stop rolling the ball around. What are you doing?
I'm trying to.
I think this was like one of my first days of shooting. And I remember being kind of intimidated by Mr. RDA across the way there.
I'm not a nerd, I'm a doctor. I'm a nerd, not a doctor. I take that back. ZPM!
This is it. ZPM. Ready? My favorite line? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But again, so McCabe probably would have reacted to that, but because this is still written as Ingram, he just keeps going. So it's like trying to find the McKay within a character that just wasn't written for McKay. So that's kind of interesting. Damn it, McKay! Thank you, Traged Z, or Zed. Trad Zed. He says no, but he'll change his mind.
ZPM.
Ruby K had an argument with friends about Z or versus C. I'd go with Z myself. What would you say?
I'd go with Z. ZPM just sounds a little weird.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as good, does it?
It's like ZPZ. Yeah. Like, I don't like it. I like Z. Like, I usually do say Z.
There were no MacGyver jokes made on set. Stealthy links. Well, not while RDA was around, anyways.
Yeah, Daisy. It's like
Daisy.
CPM, but it's ZPM.
You mean the throne? You do have security clearance to be here. One of the great things about Stargate, should we pause it for a second? Or no, we'll pause it.
Stop at 50.
At the end of the scene. No, you gotta go to Atlantis. There's no choice. I got the I got the HD versions of these things. I downloaded all the new ones, and I love you can see so much stuff going on there. I wish I could have taken some more props. Tori. Lovely Tori. Tori's too smart to be an actress. That's the problem that's Tori's problem. I love the way that Beckett's now wandering around explaining all this stuff. Again, there's no way if they wrote this for McKay that McKay would have left this chair for a second. There you go. Oh boy. And Shepard just started the chair. Boy, the great thing about Joe there is Joe can really give you an idea of just how uncomfortable that chair is. He looks incredibly uncomfortable, you know? I said don't touch anything. Oh yeah. No drones for him. Did I do that? I love that.
Yes, I like him.
Yeah. Oh man, Although I gotta say, some of the CG, because we've advanced so far now.
I think he's one of my favorite characters.
Flanagan.
Joe?
Yeah, Joe's fantastic. He's not your favorite one, of course, but yeah.
Why? What's my favorite?
Wiz McKay. So, all right, let's chat.
What
do we
minute
got?
kind are we at? 13:30.
You know, I have some questions that came up that were asked on Patreon. Let me just, can I get to that?
I did get a question.
Yes, but hang on 2 seconds,
Okay.
Mr. Bossy Pants.
I'm
Mr. Bossy Pants. Yes, but I have a bunch from Patreon here that I'd love to get to. Okay, so here we go.
Starting off with Milani.
Melanie, or May Lee, had a question, and their question was, given the opportunity, would you go through a Stargate to a different galaxy?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I don't... To
It
me,
would be
is
so
there anybody... Okay,
cool.
is there anybody who wouldn't? That's my question. Oh, sorry, yeah, we're paused at...
13:30.
13:30, thank you. So, is there anybody out here who wouldn't? Honestly, like, given that opportunity, wouldn't you... You know... I mean, I'd put someone else through first, but...
I fumbled mixed up. It says, me too. Can I come?
I think I'd send Baz first. He'd be like my Malp, like a human Malp.
I'd be like a hamster.
Yeah, you'd be
a
the guinea
pig.
You'd be the guinea pig. We just call you, go guinea pig. Jared would go immediately, no question.
Jack wouldn't.
What? You essentially die when going through the gate? No, you don't. I got back a million times. David, I go first. I go first. Not me. You're welcome to go first. You know?
Everyone says yes.
So there's nobody said no. So there's nobody who wouldn't.
Nope, Jack.
What, Jack wouldn't? Can you be sure that you don't get destroyed and just a copy comes out the other side? Good point. But, you know, that's interesting, though. That is an interesting thought, though.
How about this,
But think
Jack?
about all the McKays out there.
How about your brain gets transferred through, but you have a copy brain on the other side.
Right.
So you're able to see what's going on the other side, but then whenever you want, you can shut off yourself and then hop back into the other
Yeah, as long as you can go back and forth, I think. I mean, even if you can't, to some extent, as long as I brought, like, Jane and Baz with me, you know, maybe some more of the family. But, you know, I would, like, I mean, that's when we talk about space exploration now, like, we're talking about exploring space in a way that you can come back. But the reality is a lot of people, like the old explorers, used to go out and explore assuming they wouldn't come back, which is kind of an interesting... I'm not saying you should guarantee you're going to die when you go out on an expedition.
Never.
But the idea that the only missions we can do are ones that we know we're going to come back from are... I mean, I think that's going to limit us. I also believe that we shouldn't be doing a lot of this stuff. Like, I'm a big fan of the Malp. Like, I think sending robotics through, and eventually when you've got like VR and you've got a system where, you know, you send a map through, you can see and eventually feel and hear and smell and touch and taste everything that's going on out there.
I have not seen
Why
Rising.
not just send technology instead of humans? So there you go. That's my little...
Lothos says, I would love to go through and see Todd on the other side.
The other side, yeah. You go through to the welcoming arms of Todd the Wraith.
I have a question.
You got another one. Okay, so good. But first off, great question, Maylee. Thank you for that.
I have a question from Traj Ez.
Yes.
What is the favorite episode you shot?
Well, see, everyone has to know
Classic
favorites. It's so
question.
hard to know favorites because...
How about what's just a good one?
Well, okay, let me start with this one. Because keep in mind that this is the first time that anyone had seen Atlantis. This is the first time, like, the sets, the props, the people... I mean, from a truly sort of wondrous, the closest to stepping through a Stargate for me was this first episode. I had Brad Wright took me around, and they were out shooting on location, so the place was kind of empty, other than everybody working on the sets and stuff. You know, they weren't filming on it, and he walked me through it, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. So I would have to say, from a most like the sensation of discovering Stargates, Atlantis, the pilot, was definitely that for me, because, you know, this was all of a sudden I'd gone from a character that showed up once in a while, I mean, really rarely, and I had so much fun doing, to suddenly I was going to be doing this every week on this, like, crazy, cool, I mean, the set was gorgeous, like, just gorgeous. I can only imagine what they do now with it because of the technology jumps, but... You know, just be able to walk up those stairs and have them explain what the stairs meant. I can't remember what it is now, but you know, and it was that was definitely magical. So from a most, like, one that sticks with you the most, I would say the pilot was a big one for that. Though from a character standpoint, like from a McKay standpoint, I would say the pilot was the least exciting one for me because, you know, there wasn't a lot of McKay in there. It was still written for Ingram. So it wasn't until later episodes that things started sort of taking off. So it's very difficult to pick a favorite one, but certainly, from a favorite perspective, from a true life-changing kind of episode, obviously the pilot was just extraordinary. Sorry, you had another question.
Den Wolf Games.
Yes, Den Wolf Games, who we've played with before.
A Wolf's Den.
Wolf's Den, yes.
I'd rather see Todd than Michael. Speaking of, are they both really nice guys off camera?
This is the weird thing. The villains, with maybe one exception, were the loveliest people you could possibly meet. Like, they just absolutely lovely. Chris Heyerdahl is just like this consummate professional. He's so erudite and smart and funny. Michael, who's for some reason I've dropped his name for some reason, but Michael, absolutely. Connor is just, again, just this lovely, lovely guy. So it's just so funny to see them playing these miserable characters. But I think, to some extent, if you are a good person and you get to play a bad person, maybe you revel in it better. Maybe that's why they're so good at it. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I've got a question. So Pac-Mom has sent a question.
Jennifer.
This is from Patreon.
Oh my God.
Ooh, thank you.
Jenny Riff, you're the first person to sub at Tier 3.
What is Tier 3? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Tier 3 gives you a very, very special emote.
Really?
King of Geckos!
No, you get King of Geckos?
She gets the King of Geckos.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for being our first Tier 3. I didn't even know that existed, but cool. Okay.
Dad, it goes Tier 1, Tier 2,
Question. Well, I figured 1, 2, 3. Wait, it goes 1, 2, and then 3?
1, 2, 3.
Thank God you're here to explain to me. No Michael Jackson around in this house. Ugh.
Sorry.
Okay, Pac-Bomb. I'm kidding. Pac-Bomb says, is there any one scene that was so traumatic, tough, whatever, that you told yourself you would never do that again? Do you recall where you filmed the scene, the waterfall scene from the shrine, and it was beautiful? Okay, all right, so breaking that down. Traumatic, tough, absolutely the most traumatic, tough, miserable, I would say, shoot. Well, most of the shoots were miserable for McKay, to be fair, but the storm. The storm was truly the worst. Me and Kolya didn't really get along. Is it Kolya? Me and one of the actors, his name I never remember. We didn't really get along. He was very big on this method stuff, so I kept getting hurt. And you're soaking wet, and it was, oh my God, that was miserable. That was one of the most traumatic ones. And then the other one was, I think it was the last episode of maybe the first or second season, I can't remember, where there was some spacesuit stuff to do and some space station stuff to do, and I had the worst flu, like the most horrific flu. You do not want the flu in a spacesuit on cables when there's gravity. I'm just saying, there's that. Robert Davi, there you go. Yeah, we just did not get along. We did not get along, that guy and me. We've always been like oil and water, him and I. Anyways, okay, so moving on. I should be focusing on the positive. If you've got nothing nice to say about someone, move on. So, do you recall where you filmed the waterfall scene for the shrine? Beautiful interior of British Columbia. Amazing. It's just, yeah. There's some, if you want to experience the locations of Stargate, you go to British Columbia. It's just, it's absolutely stuff. Just outside of Vancouver, basically. They were all shot within, 2-3 hours of Vancouver, and they've got mountains, they've got forests, they've got, it's amazing. If you like nature, it's fantastic. I don't. I prefer shooting at,
Mom,
U of
don't
T.
worry about
Oh, Mummy's in! We've got a, hello everybody, look who we've got. Come in, bearing. Oh, wait.
So there I am.
Oh,
there's a delay.
Yeah, look at
I was hoping it was only from the
This
waist
is
up, because I'm still in my pajamas.
How great that she shows up with hot cross buns.
A good wife and mother would have probably bought you a healthy and satisfying lunch, but
Screw
I
that.
know you actually just
You're way
like
better.
hot cross buns,
It's
so
true.
you know.
We've got a lot
Jane
of
is
people
soon
saying
going to be
hello,
sharing
Jane.
some amazing news, I'm hoping.
Well,
very
hopefully,
soon.
yes.
Very soon. That's
Yes.
why she's not with us. She's actually working hard on that. Did you have something you want to say to Mom for that?
I said thank you so much, and I was gonna say.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Look at the chat. It's all. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jane. Hot cross
Great.
buns.
Fine.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Right, well, thank you very much.
What did I do?
It's
What did I
very
do?
nice to be seen.
Oh my gosh! What did I do? How did I do that?
I don't know.
Oh my
That was
God.
like amazing. It looks
Honestly,
like
like a-
causing
it
I was like,
chaos.
screw this.
Weird-
Everyone likes Jane more. Of course.
Where's the show?
Phone
We're
makes
not
stupid.
watching a show.
Oh, it's on here. Yeah. But
Oh.
we're doing some questions and answers
Oh, I
right
see.
now.
Phone mix
So-
student says, "We love you, Jane."
We've got headphones ready for you if you want.
Oh, thank you.
Do you,
very
do you have
much.
time? Or
Yeah,
you,
I thought
yeah?
I'd come
Okay.
down and see how you were
All right,
doing.
we're a little bit into it already.
You
to
are?
be
No,
fair.
I figured you would be.
But you've seen them all, so you can.
I have. I
There you
don't
go.
remember the pilot so well.
I know. Oh, can I have some hot cross bun
Crazy.
now?
Yes, you can have a.
Should I split them up? Didn't even cook. You didn't even heat them up.
Well, they're fresh. I mean,
What part of hot cross bun don't you understand? I love you.
Do you want me to go
I love you. I
upstairs?
mean,
Yes.
you've disappointed me greatly,
Yes,
but I do
I
love
love
you.
you.
realize that.
Well, you
did
should
make
tell them
my
about the
slightly
losing
more
McKay.
coffee.
Did you tell them? You should tell them about the losing McKay when you get home.
Oh, yes.
Jane,
you
Jane had a
haven't done that.
rule. Jane had a rule when I came home. I'll let you tell it.
Well, because
'Cause I'm gonna eat
McKay
hot
could
dog.
be tough to live with.
What?
So,
What?
yes, that was not
You
allowed.
could
But
say
he
that
had about
again.
15 minutes. I mean, this is in addition to the 45-minute drive to get home, where I would get calls from the road
Oh,
saying,
like Kate and this food.
Jane, which was the name of the voice on the, what were they called?
It was like a tom-tom. It was a
Tom-tom.
tom-tom.
Yeah.
And I put a British Jane voice on the
on the
tom-tom.
tom-tom.
Yeah.
And then he'd call me up and say, I'm lost and Jane doesn't know where I am. Where am I? And I would have to ask for street names, and then I would be on Google Maps at home directing him because
Yeah.
he's
She
not
will-
very good at listening to instructions. But anyway.
Or maps. Not good at maps.
Not
I used
good
to
at
call.
maps
I used
or
to call her
directions.
Sexy Google.
Yeah.
I used to call her and say, "Hey, Sexy Google, can you tell me where I'm going?"
Bertrand
what I do.
says that is a beautiful London-ish accent.
Mhm.
Yes, London-ish for sure. 'cause
London-ish via LA.
Via LA
Toronto.
in '97,
Ugly
and then
Pigby says,
Vancouver,
"I'm a tom-tom, but it,
and now Toronto.
Oh,
so.
sorry.
Or
I'm a
Homer
tom-tom, but
Simpson's
I'm
voice. Oh,
Ugly
that would be
Pigby.
amazing.
Ugly
Yeah.
Pigby says a Homer Simpson voice on his tom-tom or her tom-tom. I love it.
Oh, Jack
Oh, Jack
Jasper.
Jasper! I thought you might like that.
Indeed. So Ampleman is like one of my
Ampleman.
favourite stores, and every time I go to Berlin, which I was just
Baz is
in
going to go
for the
grab his
Berlin
now too.
Eye.
So
Every time I go to Berlin, I come back with that Ampleman souvenirs, and Baz has the green one because it actually matches his school uniform. So this
So you do
year,
red and-
David
red
said,
and gold.
"I want Baz's hat," so I thought he should have the yeah.
I should totally. I'd love to do like a
A McKay.
McKay voice. Not that way, you idiot. But of course, if you had McKay doing the directions for you, you'd be lost all the time because McKay sucks at maps. As
Yeah.
do I.
Yeah, he would be a terrible, terrible navigator. There you go. Matching hats. Ampleman.
wait, is
It's
it
the
on?
Appleman.
We've got the candy, I've got the umbrella.
Because I'm a parent, I'm like,
a bit
stop.
of
And Baz is like, go. All right.
That's so true.
All right. What are we doing?
Okay,
Should we
sure.
go back?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait a second. You know what? I just want to make sure that there's a bunch of questions from Patreon that I want to do.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Braille
But
Cortex
then,
has one.
how about we do 2 every time we pause?
Okay.
Fun playing 2
So
characters in
bossy.
duet or 2
Yep,
versions
yep,
of yourself.
yep, later.
Sorry,
Yep,
what?
yep. Jane,
I'm not allowed to read the...
not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go back to this for a bit. Okay, ready?
Oh, okay.
We're going to start again. I'm standing on so many crumbs. Is that
No.
me who dropped all those chips?
Yeah.
Or was it you? It was you.
Oh.
I think it was totally you.
Mm.
I know that I'm messing.
Oh.
Oh, we're watching the show. Okay, ready? We're at 1
We're at
to 13:30. Very good. It's the
Oh, my
longest
goodness.
45 minutes of everyone's
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
We just okay. Major supper.
Are you there yet?
Sophie Bouquet is
No,
gonna
no.
go to sleep. Goodbye.
Oh, good night, safe, be okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming and joining us, Soph.
Oh, we forgot to say 3, 2, 1.
Oh, did we?
Uh-oh.
151, 52, 53, 54.
We're at about 14 seconds. We're at about 14 minutes now.
Now.
I want that Jack O'Neill badge. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Actually, I'd like this whole underground base. Could we do that?
I think pretty
Where's
much.
my coffee gone? Oh, I finished my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
Just my drink as well.
Joe! Baz is saying that that's his second favorite character in the show.
Well, one of my favorite characters in the show is what I actually said, Mom.
Oh, all right. Who's your favourite?
I don't know. Haven't determined that yet.
What's that? I missed that one. I gotta listen.
Who's his favourite?
Don't know who plays McKay, but he's a little annoying.
Try living with him. I did not take anything back. I got some stuff from Universe, but that was it.
He's still got the fleece, the orange and grey fleece that was from Mountain Equipment Co-op.
Figon says, yeah, McKay
That
is
was
horrible.
their uniform.
Oh, that's
He's
true. I
got
still
that
have this orange one.
from,
Yeah,
from
that's true.
the first episode.
Is
Just-
Joe?
That was the most. It doesn't look like he puts a helmet on very often.
Right.
Let's just say.
Wait, with hair like that, would you ever put a helmet on? I wouldn't.
Yes, he has the orange fleece.
Oh, equally as whacked. I saw that quote. I have the orange fleece. I do.
You should have wanted to say, except it's quite warm down here, and he's got his fabulous TechBandits t-shirt.
My TechBandits shirt, which you can also get.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I worn mine yesterday.
This is like the most complicated way of breaking up with someone.
That's pretty extreme.
Jane, I'm really sorry.
I've gone to
Aw.
space.
Scooney has to say that my shirt's awesome.
Wait a sec. She's giving it all away. Wait, is she allowed to give all this stuff away?
I think only because he's in
Ah, there's Rainbow.
Oh.
Oh, look at them. Is that? He got a haggis. He got a haggis. This, okay. All right, wait a sec. We gotta stop here. We gotta stop here. We gotta stop here.
You
Okay,
held a
hang on.
cat?
So I had a cat. This is the funny thing. So they wrote it for Ingram. They didn't know I was going to play it. They also didn't know that I am what about cats?
Allergic.
I'm allergic to cats. So they gave me this cat. And I'm like, oh, they're like, well, you're not like allergic to cats or anything, are you? I was like, yeah, I'm totally allergic to cats. So they're like,
Well,
well,
you only have to hold it for a
only
bit.
have to hold it for a second. And you'll notice that I don't look terribly comfortable with it.
Wait, can I go back for a second?
So the funny thing is, yeah, we should go back and see. Oh, now you've done it. Oh, Baz just started all over
We're at
again.
15:45.
And Baz has ruined everything. There we go.
There.
All right, so just going back, we're watching the haggis with
Watching
Beckett.
the haggis with Beckett.
And now look at this cat. Look, I don't
You
even know how to
look
hold.
so uncomfortable.
I don't even know how to hold a cat. Like, look at that. It's like
I know how to hold a
it's
cat.
like a baby. Like it's like here, take this thing. You know. And who is she? And then what
I'm
else? I got?
guessing she was a hot neighbour, because...
That was my trying to look sad about missing my cat that I had never met before in my life. Okay, so if it was McKay starting all over again, and they had designed and written this character to be McKay, what pet? Oh, he'd have a dog, wouldn't he?
Oh.
He'd have had Mars Bar. Oh.
Well, we didn't have Mars Bar at that point.
Didn't we?
No.
Oh, okay, there
Didn't
you
get
go.
him till season 2.
Oh, but could you imagine? Oh.
How's my coffee going down?
Oh, sorry, my coffee's great. Sorry.
You would have
Oh.
been so. It would be so
Yeah, you
much
would
better.
have
Oh,
Mars
I
Bar.
didn't
You would
think
have
about
had a
that.
gecko.
Sorry, timestamp now, we're at 16:27 for
If
everyone
we'd
else.
known, you would have had a gecko.
McKay, we would have had a gecko. Wouldn't have had time to walk a dog. It's true. It's true. You know what? He'd probably have had like a... He probably would have had like spiders or snakes or
You
something.
would have had like a parrot. You would have had
Oh,
a bird.
a parrot. Oh, he would have had
He
a
would
bird.
have had a bird.
He totally would have had a bird.
so would
He'd
have.
be like arguing with a parrot.
That he would have taught to speak, you know.
You're brilliant.
Science.
You're brilliant.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
You're a
brilliant.
genius. You're a genius.
You're a genius.
Yeah. Oh, way to go, McKay. Way to go, McKay.
Oh, is that
3.1415. I taught. It's a parrot that I taught pie.
Yeah.
In fact, you could just call the parrot Pie.
Hi.
What would be a good name for that? McKay's
Pie.
parrot. I like that. What would it be?
Poldy pie.
He'd probably call it like McKay Jr.
It's probably true. Call him Meredith, and that's how you find out why. It's,
Meredith.
you know, he would have taught it to speak McKay. It's so true. A pie parrot. Oh my God, that's freaking genius. Jane, see, told you. That is the best long shot through the base. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Doug? Okay, sorry.
Yes, come on.
But I digress. Okay. I like the way Joe's idea is. How do I decide whether I'm going to go to another universe or not? I'm going to flip a coin.
By the Bay Bridge or something.
I love this as a breakup. This is like in the history of bad breakups. This would be it.
Flendel once met a parrot.
Schrodinger's
Against
Schrodinger's
parrots.
yeah.
Flendel
Is it
one.
Schrodinger's?
Flendel.
Schrodinger. I thought it was an L in there.
J-Flex wants timestamp.
Yeah, 1654.
1654. And also Fwendel once met a parrot who said, "I'm an eagle."
Oh, that's good. I like that.
A screwed nigger.
I'm a wraith. Schrodinger. Is that right? Schrodinger?
It's the...
Not Schrodinger.
Arnold...
Is that a Schrodinger?
To be fair,
That's what it said!
It just sounds like I got hit in the Schrodinger.
sorry, Dad.
Sorry. I love my kid. All right. See, there's the Malp. That's what I want to build. Wouldn't that be fun to have that? Put that
The
as...
mount was always a...
So the Malp is our it was our wheelchair, right? So our electric wheelchair. I want to turn that into a Malp.
Oh, he's a sweet.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. Robert Patrick, scariest guy, man. He's like,
Scary
great,
in a cool
but
way.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And look at those old screens. They're old CRT
The
screens.
BLUs.
And the
Timestamp
BLUs. That's right. The blinky light units. Well
18.
done.
Oh, 10.
Oh,
There's half of you.
I got to 3D print that too. Ooh.
Wait, is that a ZPM?
That's the last time I think I ever saw that unit. Well, I don't think we've seen that unit again, did we? Look at that glow.
Aw.
Aw.
Stan, isn't it?
It's Dan, yeah. Jane's way better at names than I am.
I don't know about that.
That's Joe.
To a point.
You
yes,
can tell by the
I
hair.
do remember.
Yeah.
My cocktail?
My cockatiel? I'm guessing cockatoo? Cockatiel?
Is a parrot.
Cockatiel? Is it called a cockatiel? Is a parrot and knows the Stargate theme. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Schnoony is saying goodbye.
Oh, Schnoony. I'm sorry, look, have a great time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Schnoony.
Come on, we gotta make that. Look at that. I always wanted a mouth.
Should we
Nope.
stop at 20 minutes?
Well, let's finish the scene and then we'll...
Okay.
Oh, I got another piece of... Yeah. See, look at him. Look at those eyes. The eyes of a... Where am I? Hey, where am I?
They did shoot quite a lot before you got up there.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
I wonder if
I was
they
about
just
to
did
say
the
you're right there, but then it wasn't you.
Well, if they're talking about the bravest, I've got to be there somewhere. Oh no, because I'm getting all those ZPMs and stuff. Thank you, Jordan SG 92 says I'm in the control room. Yeah, but you think I'd be there when she's talking about the bravest?
Jonas's cat turned off her PS4 Pro.
Ha ha.
I was going to say, where's Rachel? But she's not there yet. Huh?
No, we haven't found Rachel yet. We find her in the pilot, though, right?
That was really fun seeing her.
Okay, so I've got to say, so we finished that scene, so we'll just... Well, are we? No, not quite finished.
No, let them go through. Let them go
Alright,
through.
you want to go through?
Don't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they do?
Oh, damn, I have some questions.
Yeah, it's about it's about 2 stories tall, and it actually rotates. And they put dry ice in the buckets to get it to look sort of smoky. All right, so they're not going to get along, obviously. See, dry ice dropping down, real light. Should we keep going or should we pause? What do you think? Well, remember those uniforms? God, I hated those uniforms. The
They
paper.
definitely got more stylish.
I think they look like a paper bag on a stick.
Guys, people are very confused. Who they
Okay,
are.
we're at 21 minutes and 12
For the
seconds.
people who are on
And-
Hulu, this Stargate is turning.
Yeah, they're dialing in,
It's
and
21:12.
Elizabeth and McKay are in the control room watching it happen.
So I've got some super quick questions.
And I've got questions too, but the first thing I'm going to say is, you know what? Of all my Stargates,
Yeah.
the SG-1 Stargate I think is the coolest. I love the look of the Atlantis one, but the reality is that Stargate one, it's got rotating things, it just feels like a real Stargate. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you. Whereas the Atlantis one, I always used to call it like the it's like a disco Stargate. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what do we got?
I'm nodding sagely because I'm not sure I knew there was a difference.
Oh no, they're different Stargates.
Somebody.
Different styles of Stargate.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
whoever asked this. I don't quite get their name. I didn't quite catch it.
What do you got?
Somebody asked, what was your favorite prop?
Oh well,
Stargate.
as you can probably tell, I'm a big fan of the Malp. I love the Malp.
Yeah.
I've always loved the idea of like an autonomous, robotic, exploring vehicle. That's just like, oh. I mean, that's why I have an electric wheelchair, honestly. I've always wanted to get an electric wheelchair and convert it into like some kind of a cool robotic system. So now I have one. And we have a name for it, thanks to the Patreons, by the way. I'll have to look that up for you as well.
We didn't ever really bring any props home, did we?
Not really. Because they said we couldn't. People just took them. I'm too polite. Okay, I've got a question. This is from Braille Cortex. Stream question. What was easier / more fun, playing 2 characters in one body in duet, or 2 versions of yourself in McKay and Mrs. Miller?
Ha!
Phew. Also, I was misinformed before the stream. Okay, never mind. That's fine. That's unrelated. So Braille Cortex, great question. More fun. I gotta say, I found the 2 characters in one body really fun because
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
one of my favourite episodes, I think.
mine too, because it's a weird combination of like comedy and physical comedy and the logistics. Yeah, you haven't seen it yet. You wait. It's a fun
You
one.
haven't?
You're actually off camera. You need to be a little bit further in camera if you want to be seen eating your chips, munching away in the corner. So I gotta say, I preferred that one. Also, the logistics of shooting the 2 people one was a freaking nightmare. Like one of the things I said, please, get someone who can speak as fast as I can, so that things move along. Who's like on the ball and stuff. We got this lovely guy, but he wasn't an actor. He wasn't like that. That isn't what he did. And he showed up, and it was like he didn't even know he was supposed to know the lines. So it was like it was painful, and I was horrible to him, and I was so grumpy, and my brain hurt with that. Like I really started thinking, like, you know what? They should pay you twice. If you're gonna play 2 characters in a show, they should pay you twice because you're literally doing 5 times the work. It's insane. But I love and working with Jamie Gray Newman. Who sadly just lost her dad. I actually just sent a little tweet the other day. Yeah, her dad passed away. So, all right. So that's that question answered. I got a couple more here from Patreon. Let's do these ones here. What we got here? Christina Albert. Question. I haven't read all that's been asked so far, and if I do, I'll lose all momentum for my Saturday night cleaning spree. That's great. So Christina was on a Saturday night cleaning spree. If you were magically given the chance to make one and only one piece of Stargate technology real and usable on Earth right now, what would you choose? To make it extra hard, it can be tech from any of the races in the Stargate universe, including Wraith and Goa'uld. Well,
That's an amazing
the obvious one, if it was one piece of technology, I would make it the Stargate. I mean, like that.
No, but the Stargate couldn't work without the ZPM.
I guess it would have to be all the combined.
It would have to be the combined Stargate technology, a little jerk.
Although I'm with you there, Baz.
Yeah.
I don't know where he gets the pedanticness from me.
I think.
I mean.
Yeah, I think I'd have to say the Stargate because otherwise
Jack,
nothing else is.
I'm sorry, Dad.
What?
I take that back. Jack Jasser says this.
Oh yeah, no, you could use like a Naquita generator. I mean, you could use, but I guess the point that Baz makes, which I think is legit, is like if you don't have like a Naquita generator, if you don't have the other surrounding technology, can you use the Stargate?
What about
a gate ship? I
Isn't
like that
the
too.
ZPM an ecologically friendly power source?
Yeah, until we do something wrong with it, like blow up. Things.
Planet.
But I guess, yeah, I'd have to go with. I think I would go with the Stargate, but maybe secondary. Like if I was to choose another piece, as I've said, the Malp. The thing I love about the Malp is that it is available today. Like you could build that, and it would work. Like it would be freaking great. I don't know. The drones are kind of neat.
I would do one of those ships, one of those huge ships.
You'd go for like the Daedalus or something, like one of the huge.
Yeah, so then you could just travel around space, not worrying about anything, living up there. That'd be awesome. Yeah,
the teleporters would be nice too. The transport.
Oh no, I'd do that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wait, can you transport to
So
places?
basically, there's not really any technology that we wouldn't want from
Wait, can you
Well.
transport to places that don't have the ring on the other side?
No,
No.
that's the problem. Not the problem, but that's the
okay.
nature of the
Is there
Stargate.
any way that you could travel to another place without...
The Ascension device? Yeah, I suppose that could be good. That'll give you a fair amount of power. Beaming technology, yes. Not with the Asgard beams. Okay, what do you got? I got another question here. Okay, R.J. Walker, another Patreon, says, Steam question. Did you find it odd playing McKay reading lines that have been written for another character? Oh, so we sort of addressed this. Did they change any lines after you came on board? Related question, how could they ever have contemplated the possibility of not getting McKay back? I love you, R.J. Walker. So was it odd? I've sort of talked about this a bit, but yeah, you definitely get a sense that McKay is very subdued in the pilot episode.
wait.
He's not quite as snarky. No, he's nowhere near as snarky and snappy as he is later on. And the reality is, it just wasn't written for me, or for McKay.
To start with, but I think they sort of adapted it.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's
Yeah.
like by episode 2, it was like McKay everywhere. It was like McKay it was just like you got McKay on everything. So yeah, they were amazing about embracing it once it happened. But I think, given the timeline, they just didn't have time to rewrite it for McKay. So yes, I did find it awkward. There were things where I was like, I feel like, why would I leave this? Why would I? There was things that definitely didn't feel right to McKay, for McKay to do in the pilot. But there's also, I was just so in awe and excited about doing it at the time. Remember that? I was just I was just doing what I was told and absolutely loving it. So there you go. All right.
It was very last minute. Did you cover that earlier?
Yeah. I was saying that I was like one of the last people to get cast in it. So
I went to yoga Wednesday morning and came home, and he
Is that
said,
how-
"You want the good news and the bad news?" And I was like,
dude,
"You choose." So he's like, "The good news is I
Yeah.
got it. I'm going." And I was like, "Great! What could possibly be the bad news?" And he said, "I'm on a flight at 5:20 tomorrow morning."
yeah.
And we had literally moved into our new place, our first place together, on the Saturday before. So
Yeah.
we had 4 days. So I got to at least unpack and
Talking about bad
design the
breakups.
house. Yeah,
That's a bad way
yeah.
to- it's
Talking
kind of
about,
like saying,
I'm off to
yeah.
space.
By
yeah.
the way, I'm going off into Stargate. I'll
Yeah.
see you in 6
Fly to
9 months,
Vancouver.
whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was kind of interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna do another question here while we've got it. Okay, Brittany
Fine.
Byington. That's a cool name. Brittany
Yeah.
Byington. Brittany Byington sounds like a comic
Oh,
book
she's
character.
saying that she can't make it.
What?
So she's not going to get your answer.
Well, no, but I'll still put it out there. So when
Okay.
she watches it
Okay.
again, so like she put out a question anyways, right?
So
So
put
she's
it
saying,
out.
"Alas, I won't be able to make this one." Ooh, yeah. Okay. Alas, I won't be able to make this one, says Brittany Byington. But I hope the whole gang, especially Bratlett, enjoys it. So far, so good. Here's a question talking point. Atlantis definitely made a huge effort to differentiate itself from SG-1. Oh, this is a good question. Definitely made a huge effort to differentiate itself from SG-1 in the beginning seasons, but once SG-1 was no longer concurrently airing, it seemed to be less focused on being a separate show and more a replacement show. Do you have any insight into this? As always, thanks for sharing your time on our fanish foibles. I like that. Cheerio, Bertley on Twitch. Okay, fantastic. So Bertley has a great question there. I think...
Don't know how you answer that.
You don't? Well, I've got an answer right
Well,
now.
there you go.
What I loved about Atlantis, and I think was the mistake that was made with SGU, was that Atlantis was not a replacement for SG-1. It was never, maybe it was designed that way, I don't know, but it never, from the moment I was on there, it was a show that was separate, though connected, and it was not designed to kill SG-1. In fact, SG-1 had a huge bump because there was more. Again, they're starting to throw press at Atlantis because it was a new show that was getting attention for SG-1. I mean, we got kind of freaked out because we're like, well, SG-1's doing as good as we are, and they're not even new. So it was fantastic, and I think it was a great sort of side by each thing where we were both really sort of enjoying a nice sort of renaissance of Stargate stuff. And then when it came to SGU, they replaced Atlantis with SGU, and that I think was a mistake. Not because SGU wasn't an amazing show. It was beautifully acted, beautifully done. It was extraordinary. But the biggest detriment I think and difficulty it had was because it was like, okay, we've canceled Atlantis, and now this is your new Stargate show.
Oh, with Universe.
With
yes,
Universe,
sorry,
right.
yeah.
So it was like, and I think that was the issue, because SGU is a totally different it really is a different universe in a way. It's the hardest thing I think people had to get over was the fact that it's like we were used to this kind of Stargate and now we have this kind. Whereas with Atlantis and SG-1, I really felt like they were similar. They were different enough but similar enough. And then once we got further into the show, we found our rhythm and we were able to bring people in from the different shows. So I got to go and do SG-1s. SG-1s got to come and do SGAs. We got to go back and forth because they'd set that they had such a great rhythm going. So I think that was I don't think it was a conscious effort to try to make the show less or more of a replacement show. I think it was just part of the same world. And why would you want to watch Atlantis without the characters from SG-1? Like they're the ones you know and love, and like that's why I was watching it. So
can I ask a question
yes,
myself?
Go in, get it fun.
Do you think there was any chance that people would have thought as
a little bit further in. There you go.
As Star Trek and Stargate as rivals at any point in time?
What about rivals? I mean, Star Trek has got a much larger audience.
Oh.
I mean, Star Trek and Star Wars and Stargate.
It's got a longer history, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think
I think they can coexist.
Yeah, I mean, God,
in our universe, anyway.
I mean, I think it's funny that people do argue over the different, like, so and so's better than this. I think I don't see the point of comparing them. It's like saying, like, I've read this book, so I'm not going to read this one. It's just like that's like what you would say, but
There's a question right there. Sorry, not to interrupt.
But that is not a subscription. So
no,
we're
but
trying
it
to.
Could be a.
But they could be very good, very good. I've got one more question here. I'm going to do here. Okay, so this is.
Didn't we already do two?
I know, but I've only got one more of these. So this is a Patreon question again. John THS says, a silly question for the stream later. If you got a real-life working copy of Atlantis, as portrayed in the TV series with full power, parked in the nearest safe place to your home, backyard, what would you do with that? Oh, I'd have the best fan cave in the world. You imagine
steal stuff from aliens.
You'd steal stuff from aliens? You're going directly to Atlantis prison, my friend. Wow. Okay. Well, Baz is off the screen.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's basically what we did. We ran around stealing cool tech from different planets and stuff. You got it. You just ruined the whole series. Spoiler alert. No, I'm kidding. So again, good question. So now, what do you want to do? Do you want to answer some more questions here, Baz? You good questions or?
No, I'm good.
Good questions. What do we got? Cloaking tech. Jefflex says cloaking tech would be the way to go.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Jared Khalif. David, Dad does. If you go below our stream, scroll down.
Jack, is there a link?
Something that says.
Is there a Patreon link, Jack? Oh, sorry, you're telling them right now. I was like,
look, if you scroll down, you will see help my father join Patreon.
Oh, there you go. Nightbot just did it.
There you go.
Or you can do that.
Aha, or you can do that. Or you can do what my dad said in the first place. Call child services.
Please.
Okay, let's go back to it. Yes, so I'll reiterate this because I'm sorry, but this all helps the Tech Bandits. So if you want to subscribe here, that would be fantastic. Half of that money goes towards Tech Bandits. The other half goes towards my sons and my gaming setup, I guess. Because Baz, I feel Baz is doing a lot of the work, so I feel like he should get half of the stuff, and he can do what he wants with it. But I take my half, and it goes towards Tech Bandits. Patreon.
Not with the Patreon. It's single.
Patreon is just Tech Bandits. That is just for Tech Bandits. There's also a donation link on thetechbandits.com where you can do one-time donations. I would really appreciate it. I want to keep doing these kind of things, and these are just really just to say thanks and to get Jane to wait on me with hot cross buns. Really, it's a good excuse. Like I can't, darling. I'm streaming. Can you bring us food? That kind of stuff. Like Okay, so let's go back. I need more coffee though. I think. Timestamp 21:12. Is that right?
Yes.
Going back in, and we're gonna go till Jane. How long is the show?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. We're gonna split this into two because I feel like
this one says it's now. Oh, is that what's?
I've got 21:12. Yes, thank you. Miley says 21:12. Jack Jasper, and also merch. Jack, good point. Yes, there's a merch.
Check out our merch.
That's right. I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Jack.
Takes care of a lot of people.
You can go to So this Spreadshirt thing is merch.
Thank you,
that is like this kind of thing, And Baz has some Iron Ham stuff. We have
also
some
have
amazing, all designed by Jack Jasper.
Tech Terrors.
They're fantastic. We got Tech Terror stuff. We got Iron Ham stuff. Again, the money is going towards TechBandits. So, so that'd be amazing. Obviously, that's I say that the majority of it goes to TechBandits, but I want to make sure that Jack Jasper gets paid for his work. And
Amazing design work.
His amazing design. Yeah, I mean, this is so cool. Well, and wait till you see the other one. He's
all
got
our
another one.
Emotes,
That's
all
like,
our chevrons are also made by
yeah,
him.
all of the chevrons, all this stuff,
logo.
all Jack Jasper. He's fantastic. Oh, thank you, Jean or Jean. That's great. Let's get back into this, shall we? We are at 21:12. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. See, look at that Stargate. See, that's actually moving. That's actually a mechanical Stargate.
Yours was mechanical.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Have you never seen that before?
No, I didn't know it went out.
Yeah,
Back
that's what it does. That's the Kawoosh. The production company is called Kawoosh Productions, I think.
Really?
Yeah, really.
There's the mouth, and there's someone in there. There's someone holding a controller doing that. And knowing the mouth, it probably stalled right after that shot.
It's like, what's Joe looking at?
No signal. Oh. Mouth telemetry. There we go. McKay's in there.
Wow.
How do you get that from that screen? Viable life support.
McKay, come on, go.
See? Who would say that? Not McKay. I would say it looks like there's sustainable life support, but you go first. Oh my god, remember those earpieces? Oh my god, I used to come home with those in my ears. I'd finish a weekend and I'd be like, huh, I've still got it on.
Yeah, his is different.
Hold on,
Yours
Colonel.
was the little black
There you are.
stick,
Oh, there I am.
Oh,
Looking, oh, look how grumpy I look. I look so miserable.
slightly confused.
Yeah. But look, I found the camera just right over her shoulder. Why is Tori the only one with a giant knapsack?
She's got a pack of head.
There you go. Oh, bloop, bloop, bloop. And look back.
That is so cool.
And bloopy. And bloop.
Lovely squishies.
It was so empty.
I just want to run through that. Is it like watery feel?
Well, it does. Well, there's nothing there for us, but I guess the idea.
Yeah,
I always used to. The McKay take on it was that it was uncomfortable, that it didn't feel natural, that it wasn't a normal thing to do, and I was going to make a fuss about it every single time I went through. I never wanted to forget that this is a freaking weird sensation. There we go. Woo! See, that was Rainbow. That little bit there, that's Rainbow. And they started writing to that. They started writing to all of us once they knew who they were. Woohoo! This is the wormhole.
That's inside of a
Yep.
Stargate?
That's how you get through the Stargate.
It's like Great
Isn't that cool?
Lodge, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Your dad is awesome.
Nice try.
Yeah. In the original show, they had ice or water. They when they first started, they used to be like wet when they came through.
Cal says, "Arg, I'm late."
Arrgh, Cal. That's because you're up too
we're
late.
About 25.
We
minutes
are,
an
just for
hour.
Cal, we're 24th, 28
30.
now. Cal says, I arrived when I planned to. Everybody welcome
Yeah,
Cal.
that's smart.
Cal is one of our favorite regulars on the IronhamTv stream.
That's it. Respect.
See, he's got a voice. Robert Patrick has a voice that you will obey.
Yeah. Everyone's saying
Where's the
that.
part where we're all walking through?
You missed it.
Oh, did I miss it? Oh. Oh.
Dad, it's you.
I must have... G4. Get that?
Sorry, what was going on with you going up the steps? What made
Well, the
you-
lights were coming on, I think, as we were
Oh,
going.
right.
Oh, God,
Oh,
those
I
uniforms
remember
were
that
so
set
ugly.
So well.
That set, yeah, we
I
spent a
love
lot of
that
time on that set.
uniform.
Was Chuck not there? Yeah.
Not yet? No, I don't think so. I don't think Chuck became on camera until later.
Well, no, I know, but I mean, just in terms.
I can't remember though. I feel like Chuck was always there, but
I know, me too.
Wait, if somebody would this be shooting through a wormhole? So would you come out a little bit like
Probably.
yeah, a
you'd
little.
be going through,
You'd
and then
think,
you'd be
That
like,
was my thing. Everyone.
you'd be like running through or something, and then you have to
I
go
think
like
it'd be-
this when you get
Yeah,
out.
I think it'd be incredibly disorientating.
I just remember there being a bit of a
Disorientating.
drop
Because
off
Disorientating.
if
on the other
people-
side of the.
If two people
What?
walked,
I just remember there being a bit of a drop off on the other
Yes,
side once
yeah.
you go up the ramp.
Yeah.
So I would worry for Rainbow leaping through it backwards.
Well, there's a big platform.
if two people went through at the same
Oh,
time,
look at this! I love this. I thought this was a
Oh, this was
really
a classy
classy
touch,
touch. Sends a bottle of bubbly.
but if two people walk through,
Look at this, Paz.
A Jeroboam,
So
no bad.
RDA sends, well, General O'Neill, I guess, sends a nice bottle of champagne.
wait,
That's never going
do
to
you
get
mind if I
wrong.
ask you a question?
He needs a much. We're gonna need a bigger bottle of champagne.
If-
All right, I'm gonna pause now.
Just for a
Okay,
super
we're pausing
quick
at 26:40.
Just a super quick question.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be big.
Yeah.
If two people walked through holding like a big container, as it said there, wouldn't the container just split in half straight away as somebody walked in?
Somebody
Because
is.
if they're going through the wormhole before the other person, that would not mean, and that would be same with every single person.
The thing
If
you
a
learn.
single life form walked in,
Mhm.
half of you would be going through the wormhole at a time.
Right.
So that would mean you'd have to find a period where you run through
At the same time.
exact same time with your whole body.
The reason, the way they got around that, I believe, is that there's a buffer, like a memory buffer in the gate, so that you
So
step
wait
through,
for
and there's a
that.
little bit of time for you to complete the transition. It stores you in memory in a way. You know, I'm at the true mechanics of the writing behind it. I don't know exactly, but you'd have to look that up. But the idea being that there's
You
a
need to
buffer
see
that
the
holds
third
the stuff.
episode.
You did see the third? Is that it? Yeah. Teal'c. Well, Teal'c. When Teal'c was stuck in the gate, that was the one that we saw. The other one, didn't we see that?
Yeah, that was 38 minutes.
Yeah. The last one we watched was the problem was he was stuck in that buffer,
Oh, no, that, yes.
right? So he was stuck
Yeah,
in the
because
gate.
the gate closed.
But that's why you don't get ripped in half if you're like, you know, like half of you steps through and half of you, right? That
But
kind of
then,
thing.
but then, wait, how did
So
they
here you go.
know?
Braille Cortex puts it nicely here. It says, "Gate disintegrates. Gate disintegrates you and then sends you as pure elements and then puts you back together." There you
But
go.
then how does...
So ignore the timestamp. What's the scene on screen right now? Okay, scene on screen right now
It's
is...
just a black screen.
Right, yeah, it's
Well,
kind of hard to say. We've
they're
just come through the
in
gate.
Atlantis.
Oh, Nicarolic, thank you very
Thank
much.
you for the sixth
A
one.
link.
But here's
Nicarolic.
another super quick question.
Oh, he's got more questions.
When
Uh-oh, skeptic.
somebody, again, with
Yeah.
the container, when someone's walking through, it would stop the completion when his full body went through. That doesn't mean the container would as well.
I think it looks for gaps in what's coming in, and so if your body and then
Thank you,
something
Command
you're
Ventura.
connected to is still
And
going,
J-Flex.
and then it
Thank
came
you,
out another
Command
person on the
Ventura.
other side,
Yeah.
then only when there's nothing
So
more
when
coming
there's
through.
nothing...
Think of it this way: when you
it'll
send
say-
information to the printer, it doesn't stop halfway through the. Well, sometimes it does, but it shouldn't stop halfway through. It waits till the entire file has been transferred and then prints it out. That makes sense? So it's not streaming it; it's storing it, breaking it. It's breaking it down, storing it, reassembling it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Everyone
what a
who's
nerd!
seen the rest of the series is saying, just wait for the
Just
38
wait.
minutes.
Baz is grasping gate technology better than I would at his age. Thank you, Ensign Red
But
Shirt.
what happens if three
Yeah.
people run in at the
Oh,
exact
Ensign
same
Redshirt, you had a
time?
question, you had a comment earlier
Sorry.
about The Good Place and the Janet episode and doing the multiple characters, and yes, that is one of our favourite shows, and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
an amazing one.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
But
Yeah. So, yeah, she did
Yep.
I'm still confused.
trouble.
What happens if in a row
Yeah.
three people ran through? The second and the third person would be disintegrated.
No, because again, it's buffering a certain amount of, I guess, time or
I know, but
space.
there's a gap in between them. You said when there's a gap in between
Mhm.
them, it will disintegrate. That would mean if someone's running
It's not
through
quite
and
the
their
same as
hand goes
the
in front,
transporter in things like The Fly and the where you
Yeah.
you get it's not anyway.
I think the idea is that the gate has a certain amount, it's smart enough to some extent
Yes.
that it knows how to
It's a
cordon off each
transporter
person.
So
rather
it
than a
knows to
disintegrator
stop
and a
when another
reintegrator.
person enters.
Well, we have definitely, I'm trying to think if there's many times that a lot of people come through at the same time. I guess that these are the groups that they come through at the same time. The reality, though, is again that the gate is smart enough.
To tell.
the technology is smart
Interdimensional
enough.
travel like hyperspace.
Yes, there you go.
But let's say it was at the beginning, it would probably disintegrate somewhere.
When they were testing it, I guarantee you a few people got torn apart. A few guinea pigs
That's
ended
why
up
they
in...
sent them out.
That's why you send them out first. Yes, good point.
To see what's
But I
on
see
the
what you're
other
saying.
end and also
But
to
we
check
also,
it.
but we've also, but haven't we got into things where we send? Then you get into like, how does it work when the beam's coming? Like, how do you get the telemetry back from the mount if it's got to be disintegrated and then brought back through? There's a lot of issues. You are onto some.
Yes.
People are created out of different.
Very accurate. It
How do
was
I- how do I
exactly
move-
as the creators
how do I move
of
it
the
on?
show require it to work.
What
First-
has
Exactly.
first
No, that's
play.
so true. It's like, was it Deus Machina? What it's called? What's it called?
Deus Ex Machina, yeah.
Deus Ex Machina. It's like whatever you need to tell the story.
Yeah.
You know. But yes, it's we're old Baz. I don't have a good answer for you, really. I mean, this is
Don't
one of those
diminish
things.
his scientific reputation.
No, not at all. No. I love it. I have all these questions, but it's I mean, halfway through Stargate Atlantis, they said there was no such thing as wormholes. I was like, oh, there goes our show. So all right. Traged Z says, I can explain it. All right, here we go. We're going back in. We're at 26:40.
Starting in 3, 2, 1,
going. Okay, so the city is opening up. We're going into the meeting room now. What's it called?
Yeah,
Conference
the
room.
boardroom.
Yes. Now
Where?
the worst designed room. I mean,
No, it was beautifully
beautiful,
designed,
but there's
just
poles sticking out.
and
kept-
well, but the poles would hide the cameras when you were.
The poles hit you whenever you like. People were catching themselves it all the
right.
time.
It
Yeah.
was also
Ah.
anything that was scheduled
Here's
to be
me
shot
not
there.
doing.
You knew you were in for a really
Oh, yeah.
long day
Yeah.
because they'd have to do the master on two sides and then pick everybody off in pairs and trios. Yeah, it was. Those were the longest days.
There you go. We're gonna see some spaceships. We're gonna see some spaceships, or as they would call it,
Puddle jump.
gate ship. Dude, there's
They
chips
puddle jump.
raining down on the ground. You're
You
gonna.
didn't finish your
can crack that.
run. Oh, okay. I might.
I have a lot of things to see. I like that. I like the glass door that almost didn't open in time to let Tori out. She almost thought she's like completely took it out.
It was, I mean, unlike a lot of TV shows where you walk
keep
in and
falling,
you've got
sorry.
part of a set and you can't look in another direction.
Mm.
This set was spectacular because
Yeah.
it was
You could do 360s.
everything
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
Like this room truly was up the stairs, up the main stairs, overlooking the gate and across from the boardroom, and it really, yeah, it was one of the most beautiful sets I'd ever been on. Or I guess.
Yeah, it was amazing. You could do like full 360 shots, like all the way around, see the whole thing.
And that's the great advantage of doing a series where you know that you've got a series commitment for at least a season, but you think probably because of the success of the other one that you're going to go a bit further.
Look at that. Pretty great. They're underwater. There you go. See? I don't know why we didn't stay there. It's so cool. I mean, Rising and all is cool, but,
Look how young you are, baby.
I look exactly the same now.
Sure
Just
you
as
do.
youthful and young.
Buy classic Rockhead.
Oh, what's going on? Who's gone?
Buy classic Rockhead.
Ah, classic Rock Cat. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Thank you for joining us. There you go. Hologram exposition. Someone had a great point. They said, so like unleash the unicorns. Whenever there's a problem with the script in science fiction, it's unleash the unicorns. Unicorn power. There we go. A terrible enemy slept.
Always have to have a glowing girl with brunette with white robes on explaining all the backstory.
Yeah, that's so true. Why is it always a woman glowing in white that tells everyone what's going on? A naughty hologram. What? Fake lying hologram ancient lady, says Tedious Waffle. I love the way they're so advanced, but they always sound like they're coming through an AM radio. I like that effect, though. I gotta say, it's a fun effect. It's a flattering
doesn't
effect.
She eventually?
Hmm?
Doesn't Tori become one at one point?
A hologram?
Yeah.
She might. Yeah, something. I feel like I see her on
Thank you, Ruby K. I was very confused why she kept going. She lies. Ruby K says, I feel like we should start watching for our spoilers for Baz. Thank you, Ruby.
Ha.
I think it's okay. He can cope.
See, again, not a McKay way of doing that.
Far too commanding.
So, yeah, he would have
And
just
not
been...
panicky enough.
He would have panicked. Yeah, totally. Obligatory tension. Oh my God, Martin Wood and his 360s Vinny cams. I forgot about that. Oh, remember those? Oh my God, those ear things were miserable too. Because that's tiny ears, they hurt. Oh boy. It is all Carson's. It's all Carson's fault. What do you think happens when it fails completely?
The whole thing goes underwater?
We gotta conserve energy, like everything else in this show. Can I get you to stop doing that? Because you're actually right in the microphone, so you're gonna make lots of farty noises in the microphone with that yoga ball. I always like standing in front of that screen because it's a nice lighting from below. It removes all my chins. It's so true, Monica Lake. I'm way too calm because I'm not McKay. I'm Ingram.
I don't know. You're quite snarky.
I try to be snarky, but it's hard to do snarky without all those great lines. Grodin!
Yes.
Grodin's still trying to figure out how to use that thing. Don't power the gate, you're not. We were worried about electricity. Electricity, I mean power.
McKay's
Catherine.
using power.
I know, I love that. Using power, using power, using
I
power.
quote all the time, says
Yeah.
Ruby.
I missed it. What are we doing? I'm so sweaty. Makeup! It was really, that set was
Where are we
freaking
heading to?
warm. What's his accent?
Wasn't he
Is he British?
British?
Ooh, really?
Didn't he used to practice in the car with you? He used to carpool to set
Oh
with
my
you.
god,
first.
oh my god, I'm afraid.
What happens
Yeah.
if water goes
Yeah.
through the Stargate thing? It'll never end.
Yeah, well there's one, well, you're way ahead of us. There's one where they flood the gate room too.
He used to ride in the car with us and
Yeah, he used to get-
and asked me how to say things on the way.
Yeah, I forgot about that. They should have made him a robot. He'd be like a great robot, like an android. He sounds a bit like he sounds a bit like a dark matter robot. Ooh, I like those goggles. I want those goggles. So,
Where are we going?
I've forgotten where they're going. Where are we going? People, tell us what we're doing.
I don't know.
I look so grumpy. What's going on? Ooh. I want night vision goggles too.
Planet.
Oh, they're looking for
That's
like
the
a place to
dial.
go, somewhere safe to go.
Dial up.
They're trying to
On
find
the same
Zeds. Oh,
planet.
they're trying to find ZPMs. I see.
Are they? They're not
Was
trying
the
to
chevron
find
always
dry
the
land.
same when the
yes,
Atlantis
they're going
gate
to
out?
be Taylor. That's right.
That's a good question, Zenos. I don't know whether chevrons were always the same because I was given a sequence that I would dial. Sometimes I'd get it right. Sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes they got it right. Sometimes they wouldn't. But the thing used to drive me crazy is I was always like, give me the sequence of chevrons like the day before so I could memorize them. They never did. I always get given it just as we were about to shoot. It's just a child. Get rid of it. 2 children. Take them out. Damn kids.
Pesky
Damn.
children.
Ah, there you go. It's Heyerdahl again.
Oh, he's in everything.
He's amazing. He is a freaking chameleon, and he's
As
just.
Faigon says, it's Baz and other Baz.
It's Baz and other Baz. It's true.
Oh, Chris.
Chris Heyerdahl.
Wait,
What
are they
an
a
amazing
wrath?
actor.
Are
Lovely
they a
guy.
wrath?
Gentleman.
Are they a wrath?
Non-Todd Heyerdahl.
Yeah.
So true.
Wait, are they wraths?
No.
Wraith.
No, they're not there.
That's right. The term is wraith, but no, they're
Human
not. They're human. But they had a wraith mask on. That's why he was supposed to scare us. And fabulous hair.
What's a wraith mask?
Well, it's a costume. Like.
Oh, really? I didn't know Lord of the
pretty
Goats.
mask or
Is that right, Lord of the Goats? They changed the SGA gate because the SG1 gate was so expensive? Man. I would love a mechanical Stargate. Well, I'd love a real Stargate, but even just a smaller version for the back here would be awesome. SGA is the bomb! Best show ever! Well, you come to the right place then, Kelsealan. Kelsealan? Do you ever talk to Chris or Amanda about Sanctuary? God, I haven't talked to either of them for ages. We've made contact with the indigenous people.
But Amanda's up for. She's been out here quite a bit directing.
She does a lot of direct. She's
CSA nominated for lots.
I
of
could have
things,
told you
the
she was going to be
annual
brilliant
league. Yeah.
because she did an amazing episode of SG1. Not like anybody doesn't follow the proper chain of command. That's him. Check it out. That's so Joe too. He would totally just give like military grade equipment off to kids to play with.
I think that kid looks
So
like.
is
True
that
Amanda
what a
at the
wrath
time.
looks like?
Wraith.
Somewhat.
Wraith mask. Was that a yoga ball in the background? What was that? I am the chain of command. Man, the number of these settlements, these little settlements in the middle of freaking nowhere in British Columbia interior, crazy.
In the middle of Lynn Valley. Usually.
Yeah, Lynn Valley. Yeah, that was it.
Where are we at in the episode?
37:33. We've just arrived
34.
at the Atlantean village, I guess.
Food. Is that?
They never knew what to do with food either. Ah, do I see somebody?
I was about to say.
Do I
is
see
that
one of my
Kenny?
favorite people? Yay! Rachel, who we saw last night on Double Tap. Yeah, she starts the
Opening
movie.
scene
That was her, the
during
opening
sun.
scene. She's the Homer.
The one.
Remember the
that
guy at the
takes
beginning?
up the Homer.
The one who takes up the Homer at the very beginning of that movie. That's Rachel. It's our friend Rachel.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Rachel.
But just she's just got a bad wig here. That's all.
Took them a while to figure out how.
Yeah, they took a while to figure out their hair.
What a coincidence.
Joe's working on his right now.
Jack Jasser
Although no,
says,
they look good there. It looks really.
Jack-
It looks better in close up.
Jack Jasser says, "What a coincidence! They all talk English."
It's true. Remember on Doctor Who, they had to come up with like a reason why they all spoke. That the TARDIS automatically translated everything.
The other day.
We were all on one slip of the tongue. What's that? What's this?
He quoted that. Oh, at a pitch session at Jets in space.
Joe is ever the graceful one. So mean. Sumner. It's her very real hair. It's not. That's not her real hair, is it? No. What time are we stopping at? I don't know. What time? We're going to stop at like 44, I guess?
How about we just stop at 45? Like.
All right, we'll stop at 45. How's that?
Well, how long is?
Well, we'll stop when there's exactly the same there as there is here. How about that?
Well,
That probably won't happen.
It'll never happen.
What do you mean it won't happen?
I know. It's true. Daniel Muggin says, like, Joe's working on his hair the whole time.
No, he's
I
not.
love a good cup of tea, says Pat Bum. It's the Hollywood translator. Here we go. So I figure when we hit halfway on this, we'll save the rest for the next one. Hello from Russia. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hello. Aramodada. Thank you so much for coming in. That's great. What time? Where are you in Russia? What time is it? Daniel wouldn't have had a problem speaking with you. Wow. Do you guys, so are there many Stargate fans in Russia? I'd love to go to Russia. Moscow, 10 p.m. Oh, man. I'd love to come and visit. Get a convention out there. That'd be awesome. You have now See, look, what is with her hair? They gotta. She's the.
Stop
Sorry.
obsessing about her hair.
I'm obsessing about her hair
because
because she's.
of the entire village, and they're listening to her with respect.
They're listening with respect, but I'm
She
just
did
saying,
the
like
same.
Rachel is just such an incredible looking woman. This crazy wig thing they got going. See, it's better. Nah, it's still I don't know.
Hello, Finland too.
Yeah. Finland, hello Finland, and Germany, Switzerland,
Another
via the UK.
Russia.
I like that. Via the UK. Yeah, let's get it. All right, everybody, let us know where you're from. That'd be good to know.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. And she has an amazing voice. Her singing, actually, if anyone wants to check out her singing, they should, because it's just she's got some absolutely beautiful songs that some she's written, some she's covered.
Callier says
Holy
Earth.
moly! Look at that. Vancouver, BC, Texas, California,
That is
Virginia.
fantastic.
Oh, this is
Saskatchewan.
awesome. Baz, does it keep?
So we
or
got
Jack, does it keep
Kansas,
all this stuff?
Hungary, UK,
Germany.
Omaha, Nebraska, Oregon,
Washington
Germany,
State,
Poland,
Washington
NJ,
State,
Scotland,
India.
Kent, Illinois, Alabama. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Callier says Earth.
Earth. Thank you, Cal.
Denmark, Edmonton, Germany, Vancouver,
Oh my
BC,
God!
Texas,
I want to do one of those
California,
maps. We're gonna do one of
Virginia,
those maps
West
and put
Virginia,
all the little. I gotta put little
Indiana,
clusters of everywhere
Saskatchewan,
it is.
Germany,
Cleveland.
Edmonton, Missouri,
Cleveland,
Switzerland,
Ohio.
Connecticut.
David's film is playing at
Germany,
the film
Kentucky,
festival.
Oh
Washington
yeah,
State.
go check out if you're in Cleveland, Ohio. Go check out. Hang on one sec. Go
The
check out
Cleveland
Who You
International
Know.
Film Festival is playing our film Who You Know on Saturday. No, not Saturday the 28th. I think April 1st. And we're also
There we go.
at CineQuest in San Jose.
BC with Czech roots. Nice. Washington.
BC with Czech roots.
Oh, this okay. This is it.
Obviously,
This is it.
David.
Okay, watch this. Watch this scene. This is the scene. They're just crossing over a route. Check out what Joe does here. I freaking laughed my ass off. Isn't that brilliant? That's what made me love. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. They were showing me the show, and like a rough cut, and that happened, and I was like, oh my God, Flanagan is perfect.
Yeah.
Like just the way he, and they were like, well, it's like I think he might have actually tripped and stuff. I said, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He incorporated that so beautifully. It was funny. It was subtle. It was so Joe. Genius.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. I don't know whether it was planned or not. That's something we should totally ask Joe. But whether it was planned or not, if it was planned, it's even more genius. But it just the recovery, the way he recovered. Yeah. I don't mean to obsess, but those are the kind of things to me. Those little tiny things
That make acting perfect.
Exactly. That just elevate a performance beyond what it is. So, hey, Brian, how you doing? Brian's in here now. So Brian is our 3D 3D printed guy, and the provider of the laptop that I'm actually watching this on.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
Brian, this is
Thank
Brian's
you,
laptop.
Brian.
I'm watching this on right now. This is like, oh my God.
Are we gonna finish like 2 minutes, or are we gonna stop now? Because somebody's asking for a timestamp.
Oh, timestamp's 42:19.
But we're
gonna
done.
try to break this up. We're not done just yet.
We aren't?
Do you need to run?
No.
Okay.
There's like
I
less
think we
a
should
minute
go
and
to
a
like
half left.
we'll go like a minute and a half. Well, why don't we do another couple minutes and then we'll there you go, 38:43 if you're on Hulu. So it is Grodin just coming in to see Tori in her office.
So Hulu has cut the.
Maybe they've cut some stuff or something.
That seems very odd.
It's weird.
They
that,
cut the.
It's your laptop now, Hewlett, says Brian. Yeah, Brian, very kindly. We ran into my computer went down. It was a nightmare. He was like, I got one sitting around gathering dust. Do you want to,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I can't possibly do that. He basically pushed me into taking it, and it's like my go-to. It's only now it's just beginning to sort of stutter a bit now, so I'm looking at getting a new one, but it's just been amazing.
Family meeting scene.
Yeah, I know
They
that's
did?
so weird.
They cut the family
They
meeting
cut
scene?
all the goodbyes. I just wonder why,
Oh.
for what reason.
Did they
Because
cut the cat?
Hulu's a streamer, so it doesn't have to fit a show.
That's
a
weird. Rainbow
show.
Jumping Through the Gate is cut at some versions. What? No. But that's
Aw.
great. Yeah, no goodbyes to the cat? Oh, that's crazy. They cut the cat! Okay. Screw Hulu. Sorry. I don't mean screw Hulu. I mean, you, Hulu.
Woohoo, Hulu and the Disney overlords.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. I'm a streamer now. All right, here we go. We're gonna watch the last few minutes. That stuff falling off the roof and then landing down here. It's crazy.
Snow.
Or it's coming off the neighbors, I think. Okay, we're going in. We're gonna start again. 3. So we're like 42-19. Thank you.
We're starting in 3,
Count it down, Bratlett.
2, 1, now.
Good news, Rodney starts with. Stopped exploring. The damage's already done. Abandon the city right now. Things are shaking, or at least someone's making loud noises. Ah? See, again, I should have been way, way, way more ecstatic about that. I'm going to make Disney mad. Yeah, probably already have. Ooh. I used to play here as a child. What's that?
I'm kidding.
Bad move? What?
I'm making Disney mad.
Yeah, don't make Disney mad. It's not just Mickey the Rat. Not. Ooh, what's that? I love that. I would be terrified to hold that with that wig. Not that I'm obsessed about the wig. And also, that set's probably entirely made of styrofoam, so yeah.
What's that? It's a moon. It's
Ooh, ooh, nice sparklies.
Oh.
Back in the day when they obviously didn't have Red Giant to do those really cool. It's a necklace. Yeah, I'd be careful of Joe's hair too. That torch, I'm really worried about that torch.
Okay, I don't know how she didn't see that when she walks in here.
Oh, he's kirking it. He's kirking already. Captain Kirking it. Who wants to see David wearing...
Sorry, I just tried to pause because we just...
44 minutes. Okay, so we're going to stop there. So he's given her the necklace. We're going to stop there at 44 minutes. That's roughly another 44 minutes to do the next section.
It is actually exactly another 44 minutes.
It's actually exactly. But this isn't the end of yet, though. No, Karem. We're going to go in. We're going to ask. We're going to talk. We're going to answer some questions. We're going to chat for a little bit more. But I do want to split this up into 1 and 2 because I just think trying to get through the 2 hours, given how long. But what do you start at? We started at 1, so it's an hour and 45, and we're only halfway through. So I feel like I'm not sure we could do
it
like
takes you roughly double the time.
Does it?
Well, it's yeah.
I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished yet. It's gonna be more than double by the time I finish.
Should we try to end at 3?
No, I think we'll just go until we die. You can carry on, but we'll go through a few more things, and then we'll see. I don't want to put any limits on it. I just want to see where we end up. So we've been up for an hour and 46 minutes. So that's how long to do that. But this is good. This is good. We're gonna go. Okay. So next time, show us the screen cap of where you're starting, please. Okay. So I'm gonna go back and find a screen cap right now. Sorry, not to argue with you. I just want to make sure that we've got. Here we go. I want to start right there. Okay, that's a good screen capture, isn't it?
That's an odd.
It's an odd one? You don't like that one?
Very odd.
It's odd. Okay, what if we do one with like Joe holding... There, how about that? Nope. How about that? Nope. That.
No,
that,
stop at 44.
That.
44.
44 exactly? Okay, we're finding it. Exactly 44?
Yeah.
Well, it's like
it's
basically...
to,
It's kind of hard to do that. I don't think it's good. There. Well, that's the one I just had.
Nope.
Oh my God, you are such a little McKay. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a screen grab right now.
Raj Luther just missed where us.
No, seriously? Oh my God.
Who's that?
That sucks. What episode number? Ibrek. Ibrek's late to the party. It's pilot episode. We're doing
episode
the first.
1.
We've done the first broadcast hour of the first episode.
So we're at exactly 44
Part 1
seconds.
ends where
Exactly.
the Wraith come through and the gate and Taylor senses them. Oh, well, that's
Oh, is that where it ends? Part 1 ends when the Wraith come through the gate and Taylor senses them. Oh, is that later then?
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
No, we better keep going then. Okay, wait a sec. So we'll keep going. We'll keep going until. Okay, hang on. We're not stopping yet. So we're at 44 minutes. You don't have to. You can, if you want to take a break, you can take a break. It's fine. But we've got 44 minutes. We're gonna wait until. Well, how does that work then? Because then it wouldn't be a full hour for the next one. You know what I mean? Maybe there's less ads in the first one or something. Or
Maybe.
interesting.
Wait, who was it aired on? No, it was Sci-Fi.
Yeah, it would have been sci-fi originally, I guess. She senses. I just want to see where this happens.
3 minutes later.
Okay. Oh, that is a good place to stop, though. Okay, that is a good place to stop. Okay, so we'll go back. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to 44 again.
There you go.
Exactly 44. And I'm going to start again. Baz, you want to see the rest until we're going to see until the attack. Not that I'm ruining anything. It literally ends in 2 minutes. Okay, great. Thank you, TD Swaffle. Here we go. Doom. Okay. She's got her beautiful necklace that looks like it cost at least $1.
Well,
Someone's been busy. That extensive. I think she did such a great job of sounding different without sounding wooden. She has just a wonderful sort of like, sort of a stature to her, to a because what's so funny is she's always been a very strong woman, Rachel, but there's a softness to it as well that I love. Hello, true elven king under the sky. Greetings to you too. Yes, there's a beautiful lilt to her voice. It's very true. My wife and I just wrapped season 1 as SG1 Thursday. I'm so glad we don't have to wait a year for this. Here we go. That's a pretty on the nose little image there. That's like this is exactly what happens. Dignified but gentle. Ibrek is synchronized. Very good.
would you do another SGA?
Some of us can sense the wraith coming. That gives us warning. There you go. And I'm guessing that Taylor would be one of those.
Isn't it already?
Some of us. Here you go. Tell us when it ends. On Amazon it splits, and that's where it is. Right there. Where now?
No, when.
Okay. I mean at the gate. Right. Meanwhile, at the gate. Doom. Here we go. You guys have to tell me when it stops. Okay. The gate's dialing. Ford's looking freaked out. He's got his. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh yeah. We got incoming wraith. 1, 2, 3.
What the? What are those?
3 bandits.
I don't know
Great
what
music
those are.
again. Oh my gosh, take cover. We call them darts because they're so pointy. Thank you, Braille Cortex.
All I hear is just children
Here we
screaming.
go. And credits. The Wraith. That's it. It stops after the Wraith. There you go. We did it. Nice. It's like you know how to do this. You should be broadcasting. You should be like a broadcaster. Okay, so I'm sorry. That's the to be continued part. I know. Now it's a nice like I don't want to stop now. Okay, so we've done it. We've got through. Ours doesn't break at all, so it's obviously a different cut. There's so many different cuts. I can't even keep track of all this stuff. I don't need this on anymore because I don't have to listen to my. Now we can just go to the chat. So dun dun dun. Okay, to be continued. So let's go with. You need to take it off. Okay, everyone, say goodbye to the lovely and talented Jane.
Thank you very much.
Mom
for
is leaving
entertaining
the
me.
building.
Bye.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, baby. Yeah.
Pleasure.
You know, Baz, why don't you run up with Mom and grab a coffee for Daddy?
We could do that.
That'd be
Do you want to bring
amazing.
that plate up?
A
as
special
well?
delivery to Daddy for coffee.
There
That'd
you
be
go.
awesome. I'll answer some questions while we're at it. Okay, what do we got? Goodbye, Jane. Goodbye, Jane. Goodbye, Mom Jane. Goodbye. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Jane. Bye, Jane. Bye. Great. Everyone loves Jane. Well, I'm here now. Okay, so I've got this. I'm going to do the, she goes, the Wraith. So I'm going to do a screen grab right now of that. So we've got it. Screen grab. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I got a screen grab of that. Love you too. Thank you very much, Maticus. David, are you watching DVD? No, I'm watching. Okay. So here's what I did. I have DVDs. DVD players is such a pain in the butt. So what I've actually done is I've given MGM my money. I bought the entire set in HD, or the highest one that I could find, because I just wanted to have it. I knew we were going to be doing this. I thought it might be fun to maybe do some capture of it and do some like GIFs and stuff, just maybe again little like sort of rewards and stuff for Patreon. and for subscribers and things. Lothos, thanks, David, for your time and for all you've done for us as fans. Oh, dude, or ma'am, or whatever. It's you. I love this. I am a fan. Like, this is the reality. Is the joke being that if I wasn't in this stuff, I would be fanning out about stuff. I still do. I just, I feel very, very lucky to be able to do this, and I love that when the worlds collide between the Stargates and the TechBandits, even better. Thank you so much, Sebastian. You're right.
Yeah.
You cold?
Yeah.
Well, turn on the heater.
Oh,
And then don't forget to turn it off. Oh, you may need to set it up a little hotter too. Okay. All right. Let's get some questions done. Okay.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jeff Lex. Thank you. Okay, so did you partake in the 2 Stargate Twitter storms? I partook in the North American one. I did not partake in the European one. I just feel like there's something a little weird for me about. I just don't want to be. It feels a bit like, give me my job back. Give me my job back. I would love to do it. I'm happy to support Stargate in any way. I just feel like we just done this huge Twitter storm for North America, and I had other stuff going on. So yes, I didn't participate in the European one. Not because I don't love the European one. I'm on Europe time all the time because of Jack Jasper and Cal and stuff. So, give him his job back, says Tedious Waffle. Orush. Hello, Orush and Stealthy Druid. Okay, so one more attempt at the question. Oh, what do you got? I need to scroll down a little bit. We got questions. Okay, so Stealthy Druid says, I read once that they actually only had 3 rooms, hallways of the Atlantis set, and they just keep repositioning things to make it look different all the time. Is there any truth to that, or what cool insider information can you give us about that? Okay, so yes, they had like a hallway set, which was very limited. They would wheel the various different bubblers in and out of position. What are you doing?
So cold.
You're that cold? You're such a... My child is on the floor heating himself up. Dude, don't be too close to that heater. Right? What's it set at? 62. Room temperature 60. It's only 62 here?
90.
You set it at 90? Oh my god, you're going to be on fire. Actually, seriously, don't be too close to it if it's set at 90. Last thing we need is like McKay on fire. Young McKay's on fire. Put your hat on. That's true. Most of your hair loss. Most of your heat loss is through your head. Just put a hat on. Do you have a hat? Put that on.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you.
You want to use it?
Thank
All right. Okay, so I'm back.
Cal here says child abuse, calling child services.
Yes, thank you, Cal. Okay, so the question about the corridors. So yes, there were very limited corridors, so you had to reorganize it. We would do walk and talks. We'd be like walk, 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 and then they would cut it as we turned a corner, and then you'd go back down the hallway again. So very limited number of sets, which, I mean, I say very limited. We had a very expansive gate room.
I'm gonna give this.
What? You don't like my hair?
I'm just gonna give this back.
You think that's better? Well, yours is pretty crazy now too, nut bar. Okay, so my fashion consultant has stepped in. So yeah, there was a lot of sort of in-camera trickery for that kind of stuff. I also loved it too because there was only so far you could walk before you had to stop and start again. So I didn't have to. You didn't always have to get all the lines right, but it was a pretty extensive corridor. I mean, we got a lot of walk and talks done there. So yes, definitely limited sets and that kind of stuff. Lord of the Goats. Everyone loves pranks. I think the one that I got in the most trouble for was Flanagan. Flanagan had this habit of, and whenever I saw him, he would tear the Canadian flag off my arm every time. And what am I saying? I got in trouble. It was Flanagan anyways. So one day he ripped them off before lunch and then swapped them. And I was like, yeah, whatever, stop goofing around, whatever. And we came back from lunch, we shot a couple of scenes, and then it was like a week later or something, they were like, oh my god, we just saw Russia's you had the wrong thing on. They were so mad. And I was like, well, sorry, but that's, wardrobe's supposed to catch that stuff, and, but anyway, so yeah, we got in a lot of trouble with that. Joe was a huge goof. Momo was the biggest goof, I think. I mean, yeah, Momo was amazing at that. I spent a lot of time trying to crack up Robert Picardo, who's a lovely guy, and Mitch Pileggi, the two of them, oh my God, we couldn't look at each other. We had a hard time in scenes, Mitch and I, because we just, my God, we cracked each other up. Okay. They had to digitally remove it, and they claimed that they spent a fortune doing it. I was like, well, I could do that. I could use, use Kingpin in Red Giant, and I could replace that. So, all right, what else we got? Did anyone get in trouble for the candy wrapper and the water bottle in the SGA Season 3? Yes. Well, here's the thing. If it was a Snickers bar, it was probably me. But I get very low blood sugar. If I get low blood sugar, I am a mess. So I would often have Snickers bars. What was that? That wasn't a hard drive, was it? Pick it up. Oh no, it's just a clip. That's fine. So, what was the point? What was I talking about? I forgot what I was chatting on about now.
Food.
Food. Oh, right.
Candy,
If it was a Snickers bar, chances are it was probably me because I used to use that was like my low blood sugar thing. But again, the whole point of film sets is there's people who man that stuff all the time. You just can't keep track of everything all the time, learning lines and props and all that kind of stuff. So, chances are it was probably my water bottle and stuff. Nowadays. Joe and Jason tell a story about late night. Yes, Xenos, that is... we were driving home from a very late shoot one night, and I'm exhausted. And I had a little Toyota Echo, cheapest car you could possibly buy, best on gas mileage you could find. And for the entire run of the show, I had this little red Echo that I would drive, Toyota Echo. And I loved it. Little beep beep, it's almost like a toy car. It was ridiculous. So, but it was great. It was like, yeah, it was amazing. So, I'm driving home one night, and I hear this this giant vehicle pulls up beside me, and I sort of try to ignore it. I hear music playing and shouting and stuff, and I'm just like, oh God, like last thing I need is like some British Columbian losers, Anyways, I look, and I just sort of out of the corner of my eye I see something happening, and I sort of look over, and there. There in the window, in the passenger side window of the car, this giant Jeep-like thing beside me, was this giant ass, like just pressed up against the glass. And it was Jason Momoa mooning me. I wish I'd taken a photo, because it's probably worth a fortune now. But so it was Jason squishing his butt up against and behind it, you could see Joe sort of peering over and laughing his ass off, so to speak. And so forever, I said it was the worst thing that Joe could have done, because forever, inextricably bound in my mind is this squashed Momoa butt with Joe's laughing face beside it. So that forever connected in my nightmares. So that was my, yes, that very much sums up the nature of Momoa. And Momoa also... Like, we all had these, like, there was a whole sort of, like, honeycomb of trailers that we had, these honey wagons, they called them. And when Momoa showed up, he sort of drove in, probably on some kind of a motorcycle or something, or his giant pink Cadillac, and he wheeled in this massive old, like, probably insect-ridden, bed-bug-ridden, old Airstream trailer that he was fixing up. And so, and he would, oh my God, he pulled up beside us, and I remember like trying to learn lines, and he's playing his freaking guitar and his music and sawing things and starting his motorcycle. And I was like, oh my God, it's like living beside a trailer park. It was just, we're strangely complete opposites, but got along incredibly well until we made Debug, and now he's just furious at me because it was such a complete, absolute mess up, and yes, now he would probably murder me on sight at this point. But yeah, lovely guy. I want nothing but the best for our Jason Momoa. All right, what do we got? Hello from Leamington Spa, Joey from Leamington Spa. We love Leamington Spa. We're very close to Leamington Spa. When we stay in England, remember that? What was that great place that we went to?
Dice Box.
What's it called?
Dice Box.
Dice Box. Yes, the Dice Box. We go to the Dice Box when we're in Leamington Spa. It's great. Momoa seems like a pretty badass guy. Yeah, we're absolute opposite. Like truly the yin to his yang, yang to his yin, whatever it is. Because he's like just the most laid back, like hippie kind of like guy compared to the most uptight. I'm all about science and anxiety and guilt and fear, and he is about spirituality and peace, love, and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, we're completely opposite. Oh, Vastagazer, what are you saying? There's David TechBandits inspired me to form a maker group in my area of middle school. Oh, fantastic! Oh, well, keep me posted, Stargazer. I'd love to know what you're up to. Malve.
Goodbye.
Sorry, guys, gotta go. Oh, Malve. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Au revoir to Malve. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it's fun to do it. It's a lot more fun when someone shows up. Okay, so Pac-Man. I will talk about bandits. Yeah, the bandits. So right now, the TechBandits are this. It's basically I sucked at high school. No one ever made the connection between the geeking out I was doing at home and the stuff in science. I wanted to make sure that didn't happen with my own kid and with his friends. There's a real problem with the kids having this sort of black box mentality to learning, where they see a computer and it's just a computer. It just does what it's supposed to do. The idea of breaking it open and seeing what's inside and the curiosity that is so important to me and that has just kept me happy and excited all my life. I wasn't seeing it in these kids, or I was seeing it coming into school, and I was seeing them leaving school without any of it. I feel like it was they got ground through this system and then kicked out, like me. And Baz's friends were coming by and saying, Baz is a liar. He's saying that he's building a PC, and you can't really do that. Remember that? People would be like, you can't do that. You can't build a VR PC. And then, so they would come in, and you'd show them, and they would get excited about building these PCs and stuff. And I wanted to sort of share that with more kids, so I brought it into the school. Anyways, the point with the TechBandits is this year, so I'm on year 4 of this or something, I think. Yeah. Good night, Malvi.
Wait.
Is it year 4?
Year 4 because I left grade 6, didn't get to go to it.
Yep.
So and it happened.
Because he's a different school. He doesn't go to the school anymore.
It happened in grade 4, 3 years. No, 4 years because of grade 7 now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 years. So it's 4 years of this stuff. So 4th year, there's a strike going on here. There's a strike, work action. The government, the teachers are arguing with each other. So I've just been told that I can no longer do the Friday lunch club there because I can't have a teacher there as well because the teachers aren't allowed to help me. So I said, well, we don't need a teacher to help. We can do it anyways. They're like, doesn't matter. We're not allowed to be there without a teacher. So they've basically shut me down for that. What I have been doing, though, is when there are strike days, I will hold the TechBandits here, which has been, honestly, way better because I have all the resources I need. The first response is not no, which makes a big difference. I do have to figure out the legality of it. I'm a little concerned that, that you have, anywhere from 5 to 10 kids here. What are the rules on that? It's not official in any way right now, so I have to figure this out. But I'm thinking about opening this up as a makerspace, having this space available to kids. So that's my TechBandits thing. The idea is to basically, I want to inspire the next generation of brilliant minds. And
I do have a sub question.
And we have a. Let me just finish this one little thought up.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. So basically, what I like to do is to teach science, technology, engineering, arts, and math to kids as young as possible, because I think that the younger they are, the more interested they are, to be honest. And almost reverse education. I like the idea of showing them what you can do, so that they then get excited about doing all the nuts and bolts stuff required to get there. My concern was that when you start teaching nuts and bolts from the beginning, and you don't explain how that's going to get where you want to go, there's no interest. I never saw the connection. Whereas if someone had said, look at this crazy, complicated equation on the board, this is what you're going to be able to do at the end of the year, I'd be like, oh my god, that's so cool. But you don't. You go how many times do I have to do the same stupid questions over and over again? Anyway, so it's just my attempt to get kids excited about what I call STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. There you go.
A super quick question.
So what am I doing? Yes, I'm going to open it up at the house, and I'm going to open it up hopefully after school, and maybe even just set it up so that people can just come and go as they need to, as they want to. So that's the hope. Yes, Baz, sorry, go for it. And thank you, Humble 5. Fantastic. Thank you.
So first of all, we got a question. Any plans for Hair of the dog? Now we don't have a dog, so that's going to be a little harder.
Hair of the gecko. Skin of the gecko. Yeah.
Also, Stuka asked, why does Jason not like you now? I missed what happened. Didn't something happen with the cover? He didn't want to be at the cover.
Yeah, there were contractual things that were signed by the production that we worked on this Debug movie, which was just honestly, like, Debug is one of the worst experiences of my life.
I like it because I mocked you by making hand signs while you did in the background of one of the conventions when you talked about it in front of a whole lot of people.
Yes. It was just I tried to do so much with that. There was so much potential for that, and it was just a miserable experience. And promises were made by certain people, not myself, to Jason's people, and agreements were made without consulting me, because it just wasn't my movie anymore. Basically, as soon as you sign these things over, anyway. So things were done that Jason felt were had taken advantage of him, and I agree. I think they definitely had. But it wasn't my doing. But unfortunately, it's very hard to explain that to Jason. So we had he was pretty angry, but luckily I get angry too, and I forget that he's 7 feet tall or whatever. So we had a bit of a bust up at an Australia convention, and then we have not spoken since, I'm afraid. But
yes.
As I say, look, I hope one day that it'll all be sorted out. But yes, we don't do a lot of talking right now.
And
so,
Austrian llama, yes, we do not have a dog. He died last.
Yeah.
Like
2 years ago.
Yeah,
Mars.
a year ago.
Mars is a freaking lovely dog, I gotta say. Did you and Flanagan play with those remote control cars all the time? Oh my god, they wouldn't let us. That was awful. Anyways, okay, so yes, just to finish that up, Jason did Debug with us. It was a miserable experience, I gotta say. The whole process was miserable. But Jason came in to play our lead bad guy, did a fantastic job, unfortunately we were in business with the wrong people. And promises weren't kept, and I feel absolutely horrible about that. But unfortunately, that's the nature of the filmmaking process, and it drives me freaking crazy. But anyways, that's why I like streaming. It's more fun because it's more connected.
We also have 2 questions. Do you accept fan mail? I don't know.
Fan mail. Fan mail is an interesting one. I sort of feel like the time I spend online is instead of fan mail, because otherwise I spend so much time on specific people. This way I can talk to more people at the same time.
Well, we won't be able to do streams where... Oh, sorry.
No, go on. Talk. What do you say?
If we do get fan mail, we could we could say at the beginning of the stream, we will open...
Like do a mailbag.
Yeah, we will be like, okay,
well, that's
today
true.
we got some fan mail. We're going to be opening up some of it and just saying, like, thank you so much.
Well, so I guess I could put out, like, a care of... If the mail gets sent through... If the mail were to be sent through Monkeys and Parrots, which is the company address, then I guess we could do something like that if people want to. Yeah, I guess that's true. The biggest issue I've had, honestly, is people have been very lovely and sent me stuff, but there are such huge duties going across the border, especially between the States and Canada, or maybe it's just Canada, I don't know, but sometimes I get packages I have to say, no, I don't know what this is, and I can't pay $50 for something I don't know what it is, from who it is, and, So, so that's been a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
I honestly, I would say if there's no way of doing it digitally, like on here, then yeah, I mean, you can send some stuff, and maybe we'll put an address here that you can use. PO box is great, but
So I got a question that do we like cats? I adore cats. I am slightly allergic to them.
I like cats. It's just that I'm somewhat allergic to them.
Yeah.
I actually heard that. You know why you're allergic?
Why?
People always say, "Oh, it's because it's the dandruff." It's a protein. It's a protein that from their saliva. They lick their hair, and it becomes airborne. And it's actually a protein in the saliva of the cat that gets everywhere. So if you have a cat, it's everywhere. If you've been to a house with a cat, it's everywhere.
I
It's
feel
amazing.
bad now.
What?
Kelly went meow with like a question mark, and also
All right.
Jack Jasser says I have 2 cats.
Very large question from Ibrek. Let's see what we got here. The peculiarity of the Stargate franchise is that it takes place nowadays. What do you think all the SGA and SGC teams would do right now? Explore more planets 10 years after the end of the show. Do you have any ideas about that? Like fan fictions could have. Or like the SG Extinction script with Atlantis on the moon. Where would you like to play, again, your McKay role in history? Wow. I mean, one of the things that I gotta say, I think would be really fun to explore is the idea of of time travel. I mean, is playing the time travel side of stuff. I mean, I know that's been touched on in episodes, but I just think you could have so much fun with that kind of stuff. Specifically, if you jump into the future. But I think the strength of Stargate, the thing that I loved about Stargate was that you could reference it, with today's. With the sort of the zeitgeist of today. So you could refer to, like nowadays, if we were watching it, we would refer to YouTube and Twitch and all this kind of stuff. I think that's sort of the power of it, is that it's like, it's still unimaginable, but it makes it more sort of, it's more of a connection to today because it's happening now. Because our reactions are very true to what was happening at the time. It's funny to see it now and to think about all the different things that have changed since then. So,
goodbye,
yeah.
Lord of Goats.
Lord of Goats, you out of here? Well, thank you for the question, Lord of Goats, and thanks for, as always, being here. Thank you to Goats. Pac-Mom says, dog's the same thing. Saliva's the worst thing. Really? Oh, I used to love my slobbery dog. But yeah, I'm not allergic to that, so that makes a big difference. All right, any more questions?
We should probably start to wrap up because there's going to be an endless horror. Like, we're never going to stop us.
Baz is freaking out.
No. I love having questions to talk to people. Like, I love talking to people. But it's just, if we keep this up, people are going to start being able to have time to think of questions.
I hear you.
And then more questions. So I just to say.
Join the Ironham Discord. Yeah, I'm actually not on Discord right now, to be honest. I'm just concentrating on this. But yes, good point. Okay, so who's got a good question? So Ibrek, thank you. Great question. And also check out what Ibrek's working on. Ibrek's got some amazing Atlantis stuff. Ibrek, can you put a link to your stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Can you put a link to your stuff, Ibrek? It would be amazing to see some of the Stargate Command stuff on there. Now, game questions. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are asking about games and stuff like that. Australian Llama. What's scarier, Wraith or Goa'uld?
Wraith.
I don't know. I would go with Goa'uld.
Wait, Goa'uld controls people?
They're the symbiote ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Goa'uld.
I would go with the Goa'uld because the Wraith are... I guess just because I've been dealing with the Wraith the whole time. Although those weird things in their hands, that was creepy. I don't know. They're all... Look, the fact of the matter is, anything's running at you trying to kill you. I'd say they're scary. I'd love to send you some Stargate-related 3D prints. Oh, wow. Thank you, Mercenary Prints. That'd be amazing.
Part 2
all right.
Viewing Party B.
When will part 2?
We could try doing...
I don't know. We're going to have to get back to you on that. We have to figure out... My schedule is always a nightmare. All right, what do we got? Let's go to Ruby K. They can really last forever. It's so true. There was a Stargate game. It just sucked. Look, there were a bunch of Stargate games, and they were all a nightmare because I think... I think I've said this before. MGM has a lot to deal with, with ownership and stuff. So they get themselves all wrapped into all sorts of like legal pretzels for this stuff. There is an RPG game which I'm really excited about, which I really hope doesn't fall apart like everything else has. But they're called Wyvern Gaming, and they've created. It's a 5th edition's Dungeons and Dragons based, so that's the engine, that's the mechanics for the game, but it's all Stargate based, and I got the beta, one of the beta manuals for it in the hopes of becoming a gate master, as they call it, and I'm really, really hoping to do some streaming of it, but I've yet to hear from MGM what's going on. I would really hope to be working with them on that. But if it comes out, I will be playing it for sure because it's a great way to get back into Dungeons and Dragons in my mind, or that type of stuff. And also, what a perfect game for a Dungeons and Dragons based game. It hasn't. No. They're talking about doing a Kickstarter for it, which I think would be fantastic. But again, MGM is very concerned about Kickstarters. How's that going to work? Who owns what? Blah blah blah. All that. It's just the nature of being such a massive, giant, multi-headed beast like MGM. So
a Wolf Den says, if you ever need a player.
Yeah. No, but this is it. There's like 1 million players out there, and there's also Dungeons and Dragons players out there who could play with us. I'd love to see it on like Critical Role or something like that. That'd be amazing. Like, imagine being able to play on Critical Role. That'd be awesome.
asks, is Baz infected with the D&D virus? I love D&D.
But we haven't really
get the chance to play.
Yeah, it's just always, so complicated to get the game going. Evil Donner Balkan, hello from Germany. J-Flex, Wraith. J-Flex says the Wraith are worst. Hallowed are the Ori. Thank you, Jonas. All right. Any more questions? What do we got? I'm looking. I'm looking. Love D&D. Baz for D&D. All right. Have you seen the new Picard show? I haven't yet. I'm waiting, Venus Thunder. I'm waiting. I want to see it all so I can binge it. I don't want to have to wait. I don't like waiting. I'm too impatient. Okay. Can fans send you guys a demo they've made? Yeah, well, by all means.
Yeah,
like just,
by all means, yeah.
I mean, I'll send out my email address here. This is my sort of my open to the world email address, so I apologize. It will probably take me forever to get back to you because I do get a fair amount of email. David I. Hewlett at gmail.com. Yeah. And then, as I say, if you want, I can also give you an address for stuff to go through which is an office address for me. But I should check how that would work with Jane. Okay, what else we got? Any questions? Wolves Den is a dungeon master themselves. Very good. I'm the same with Picard. I'm waiting. I want to watch them all. I hate waiting. I suck at to be continued. Screw that. I want to see it now. All right. Come visit us at B-Sides. What's that? I don't want to click any links just in case. I'm like a little bit paranoid that way. All right. Who's got questions? I run my school's D&D club. Very good. Fumbles Big Stupid. Good to know. And then I say, what do we ask? Let's do 3 more questions. How about that? 3 more questions. Do you own? Oh, no, that's not I can't ask that. It's got to be one of our. Sorry, it's got to be one. It's got to be one of our Patreons or our subscribers. Okay. What do we got?
What was your least favorite episode to film? Ruby K.
Okay, Ruby K. Least favorite episode to film? Absolutely, The Storm.
Jexy, once we
The Storm
finish,
Part 1 and The Storm Part 2, absolutely miserable. I only remember those horrible Kolya scenes. That's all I remember. Jexy missed the rewatch. Yeah. Yes, I will post it to YouTube. It will take forever because it's a really, really long stream.
And also, if you go to videos on Twitch, you will be able to see.
Oh, will it be on there as well? Oh, great. Okay, perfect. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put it on Twitch. You'll be able to see it. Okay. But it was a great episode. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Gene, it's a really interesting point. I've always said that if it's miserable to shoot, it's fantastic to watch. The more uncomfortable the process is, generally, the more exciting. Film has this weird way, even though it's not film anymore, even though it's digital, the camera picks up tension in a way that I don't even know how to quantify scientifically. For some reason, it picks up misery. You can feel it, and the misery can be misconstrued as passion. It can be misconstrued as love. It can be misconstrued as sadness or good acting or bad acting or whatever. It's just something about it does that. So and Puddle Jumper says congratulations on finally getting ARC going. Woohoo! And then I got motion sickness, so I had to stop. I don't know about ARC.
I might do some ARC.
I love it. I love the idea of ARC. I love playing ARC, but it's really grindy, and the problem with the grindiness when you're feeling a bit ill is...
We do play Minecraft.
Yeah. All right, what do we got? Okay, what have I answered? I've answered 1, 2,
Don't think
okay, Daniel Muggan has a good one here. What do you think of the SGU universe and being a part of it? I gotta say, I think the SGU universe is gorgeous.
This is our last question.
I think it is beautifully, thank you. I think it is absolutely gorgeously produced, written, acted. It's a stunning series. But it is very different than the rest of the Stargate universe. So, of the Stargate universe. And I think that's where it had trouble. There's nothing wrong with that show. It's a fantastic show. But it is not the show you're looking for if you go, they finished Stargate, Atlantis, let's go to SGU. It's just not, they're not the same. They're different shows. So I feel like you almost want to watch it on its own. I feel like it should have just been called Universe that just happened to have Stargates in it. So because then people could watch it as its own show and appreciate it for what it was, as opposed to appreciate it as a replacement.
They wanted, because they grew such a popularity with Stargate Atlantis, that they were like, oh my god, let's keep this rolling. I want to hit another one so then we can get those extra bucks. Let's throw in another.
Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I feel like they just wanted to try something different, which I don't blame them. They've been doing the same type of show for so long.
Oh. Okay.
They wanted to do a new show, and they wanted to start again, and they're probably bored of us by that point.
Oh, bye, Monica.
Is that Monica gone? Monica Lake. All right. Look, thank you very much, Monica Lake. Pleasure. Yeah, I feel like they truly just wanted to try something different. I think there's anything wrong with that. The nature of being a creative type is you want to try different things. But I feel that perhaps the management, the way it was decided to drop Atlantis and start this new one, I think they felt that they were like, it's Stargate, everyone will just go to it, it's fine. Even though it was a different Stargate. So...
Yeah, sorry, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I just feel like it was I think it was a poor switchover. I really feel like they should have done that. They should have at least done the movie, I felt, for Atlantis, because then at least there would be some completion. It felt a bit like, we're bored of that, let's go to the next one. I feel like they needed to finish Atlantis, and I think that would have helped Universe to some extent as well. There you go. That's my take on that. I'm going to ask you one more question.
But
I know, you may be impatient to get on with your life, but I'm not. Sorry, bud. I'm going to ask one more question. All right. What do we got? Who's in with us here? What do we got? So much scroll. I mean, no kidding. There's so much stuff here. Can they still do? There's one. Okay, come on. We need a good one from one of our.
Dinner Beef asked.
Dinner Beef.
How was acting with Bill Nye?
How was acting with Bill Nye? It was fantastic. Oh my God. Between Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye, I absolutely adore Martin Garrow for writing that episode. It was just one of the best, and Dave Foley as well. I mean, just what an extraordinary episode to be a part of. Oh my God, it was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's right. Sorry, Ensign Red Shirt's very right. Baz, I am basking in my glory days. I'm making the most of this. No, I just want to make sure that people don't feel hurried off. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure that these are people who have supported all this. So I want to. That's all. All right, everybody. I think it's probably time to wrap it up. It's now almost 3:30. Let's see we can use. Ooh, I love this. So Jack set this up so I can go like this. I can type an exclamation
for 2 hours and 25 minutes and 33 seconds.
Woo! That's a good one. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
MGM wonders if anyone still cares about Stargate. They still care. And look, they will make another one. I guarantee you there will be more Stargate. I don't know when. It seems impossible for them to let something like this go.
Got actually a really important question.
What's the important question?
From Kellier.
Yes.
She says, will you ever admit that, best for last, will you ever admit that Zelenka is far better than McKay?
I only speak the truth. And that's not the truth. I think that's a perfect way to end it. I don't want to end on Zelenka.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we should be wrapping this up. Everybody.
Really means a lot.
Hang on. I'm doing this. I will run this, mister. I'm in charge here. Thank you all very, very much. I love the fact that God knows how many years later we're still doing this. I so appreciate what everyone's doing for TechBandits. I really. It means even more now because I think, as I say, I'm going to have to take on a bit more of this stuff myself because of the way things are working out with the school right now. So I really appreciate it. If you've got friends and family who want to see what we're up to and want to help out, that'd be fantastic. Spread the word. We will be back here doing all sorts of gaming. So if you want to join us here again, please do. We do a lot of gaming and chatting, and I'll answer some questions and stuff there. But this one specifically, I just wanted to do for everyone out there. So until we geek again, cheerio! Thank you, everybody!